Yeah, I see my legs. You see my legs? Usually be the men worried about your legs. It's not a lot of light, so y'all might not be able to see them. But they still legging, they still walking, and they still saying, keep it moving. Okay? Because it's a leg fetish. You see the legs? We'll get to some light so we can make sure that you see the legs and that you're watching the legs move. Okay? After all, YouTube did allow me this platform. I think it's mine to choose as I choose. So what y'all been doing on this Thought for Thursday? Sometimes a lot of thought goes into things. Sometimes it doesn't take much thought to go into things. But what you must remember is nobody controls your thoughts. Nobody controls you. You do what you do, how you do it, when you do it, because you don't answer to anybody. Maybe your husband, your kids, maybe some still answer to their parents. But some of us don't, our kids, we can't even hold them in check. Okay? So think about that. Think about that. When people don't react the way you would like them to react. Okay? You react the way you would like to react. And you keep doing the things the way that you do them that are conducive to you. Okay? You don't have to do anything in a way that's conducive to anybody else because they have their own platforms for that. And you can't micromanage somebody else's platform. So y'all look at the legs move, okay? Because like they say, we encourage you to move your legs. But from time to time, a gentleman will come through and say something about the legs. That seems to bother some people. But we're going to keep doing what we've been doing for well over a year. And I'm going to keep telling you guys to look at the legs move, okay? And don't be mad if you can't move yours in the way that somebody else moves theirs. Okay? Because you're trying to be the better you. You're not trying to be the better them. Okay? 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 Do you. Do you. And don't be surprised when a person does them. Okay? Because a lot of times people get upset or disappointed when they see certain things happen. But just like you can't tell them how to respond, you can't tell them what to do. Don't allow somebody else to tell you how to respond. Don't allow somebody else to tell you what to do. What do we say over here? Don't let bother people bother you. Right? Right. Don't let stressed people stress you out. Right? Right. Don't do things that you wouldn't do twice. Right? Right. Don't say something that you wouldn't say twice. Right? Right. This Leo don't bite their tongues. Okay? This Leo doesn't bite the tongue. Okay? Now, I've seen some Leos on here that I'm not used to seeing in real life. But this Leo is the Leo that's known for Leos, what Leos are known for. Speaking their mind, speaking their truth, not biting their tongue. But at times trying to be, trying to be decent and in order. Okay? But nobody orders my steps. Nobody orders my actions but God. There's the light, y'all. Look at the legs move. That seems to be a problem. That seems to be a problem. But you know what you do? You build bridges and you try to get over problems, okay? In life, you build bridges and you try to get over problems. And sometimes you build a bridge to try to get over yourself. Sometimes you build a bridge to try to get over things. But as grown people, nobody can tell you how high that bridge should be, how low that bridge should be, how wide that bridge should be, how long that bridge should be. And before people try to say what shouldn't be done, they need to put themselves in those track shoes. Nobody can tell them how to respond, so they can't tell anybody else how to respond. So I've been out most of the day doing errands. So we're going to get this Let's Walk and Talk in at night. Now, my chat is open. Okay? My chat is open because I don't like getting my blood pressure up. Because see, that's why we moving. Look at the legs move. See, they're moving. I don't know why that could be a problem for someone unless they just don't, I don't know. Maybe that's a problem for a reason. But I don't have anything to do with it. Okay? Nothing at all. And I don't try to understand anything. Anything I don't understand, I leave alone. I'm not trying to understand anything. Anything I don't understand, I leave alone. It's the simplest and easiest thing for me to leave something alone. As long as it leaves me alone. As long as it leaves me alone. Because sometimes something will say they'll leave you alone, but then they right back at it 2 seconds later. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Lions Pride and everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Tamika. It's a happy Thursday. You got to make it a happy Thursday. If it started out happy, good. If it got rough, make it happy again. If something's going on right now, you're not happy, brush it off and make yourself happy. Okay? Okay? Because God is control of what you allow to get you in the bad space, that misery lounge, right? So you get out of that misery lounge, hell, the occupant of the misery lounge will come out and follow you. Hey, Key Kitchen and more. How you doing, Key Kitchen? Key Kitchen says, hey, Tamika. Tamika says, hey, Key Kitchen. So, like I always say, don't expect people to don't give me tests, okay? Because my passing of the test could be my failing of the test in your eyes, all right? Because see, I strive to pass tests. I don't strive to fail tests. So if you want to test me, don't get mad when I don't pass the test in your eyes, because I'm passing the test in my eyes. Hey, sis. Big Red ain't playing, aka Sin City. Now, I don't use that word sis or sister because it's fake when you don't know people. But Sin is my sister. And me and Key Kitchen talked about that a little bit. And I totally respect what she said. Okay? Because people are adults. They're grown. They're entitled to their own opinions. They're entitled to their own thoughts. And they're entitled to handle things the way they would handle them. Some people may not do the things that I would do. But if anybody want to question something that I would or I'm going to do, question yourself. And question yourself and ask yourself if you would allow somebody to control the way you handle things, okay? Okay? Hey, beautiful sis and everyone in my sis chat. Thank you. What's going on, Sin? Stefan, what's up, bro? Key Kitchen says, I'm doing well. How about yourself? Key Kitchen, I'm actually doing really great. You know how you be like, I'm gonna contain myself, and you get like a little off course? See, because you know you better than anybody else. And sometimes when people realize how you can be when you get a little off course, they're not always happy with it. See, I know me. What do I tell you guys? You have to acknowledge your flaws, right? So patience is a virtue, right? Patience is something I still haven't mastered yet, but I have gotten better. I have gotten better. This app has helped me to get better. Because sometimes people see you in a certain light, or they see you doing something a certain way, and they hate that They hate it. Oh, she can't be this positive, or she can't be. How many times have I told the true blues in my chat? The true blues. That nobody is just right just. But the goal should be to be as positive as you can be on a platform. And so when you're on a platform, you handle yourself in a way that allows you to be as positive as you can be. Now, sometimes you will let the platform see you get a little out of order, but best believe me, it was just a little. You know you. You know your capabilities. You know your vulnerabilities. And you know the things that you'll do. Right? So when you just don't click with somebody, you say, like, see me and don't see me. And they say cool, but they still, yeah. Like, you'll be like, okay, like, what? Build another bridge, okay? And get over it. I've had to do it before. All of us have had to build a bridge and get over it before, right? Yes, sis, you always be my little sis, 3 years strong, baby. Okay, okay. And truth be told, what is this? 2024? Saying 5 years, sis. And see, the thing about me and my sis, Sin City, we don't have to use each other's names. We don't do none of that ish. We stand on what we stand on alone, right? Don't use somebody else's name to stand on your business. I'm not going to use Sin's name to stand on my business. And if I do say her name, you can best believe I'm saying it in a manner that she's not going to have a problem with it. Okay? What's going on, Stefan? Stefan said, you see Mike at the baby shower? Stefan. Now that's something we can talk about. Mike showed out, didn't he? Retirement days. Hey, retirement days. You guys, please check out my big sis, Kicking It with Sin City. Stefan is not a content creator. You guys know Key Kitchen. Me and Key Kitchen been knowing each other for some years now. Please check out Key Kitchen. I stop by her lives sometimes. I share her out sometimes. Do I share her out a lot? Nope. There are certain people I share out a lot because they share a lot of videos. So, but what I do want you guys to do is to support anybody that you see in this chat that supports me. Okay? Right, sis. We like sisters for real. I think sometimes that might, certain relationships people didn't know or didn't expect or don't expect. And but I don't do that. I don't monitor other people and their relationships because I know the relationships that are important to me. See, me and Sin can link up right now via phone, via travel, all of that. Okay? And it ain't nothing that somebody's gonna be able to tell me about Sin, period. Okay? And if me and Sin have a spat, guess what ain't gonna happen? It ain't coming on here. It ain't coming on here. Stefan, Mike did the most, didn't he? I'm so tired of Mike, I don't know what to do. I'm tired of Anthony. Anthony was worse than Mike. I could have put up with Mike. Y'all, we talking about Country Wayne if y'all want to know. Me and Stefan watch Country Wayne, okay? And it's hilarious. So, so for anybody who thinks that a person won't do or say a certain thing, or if you have a problem with a certain thing a person did or said, you can't tell people how to respond. You can't tell people how to fight because you don't know people. I don't know anybody on this app. The only person I know on this app is Sin City. My chef found his wine. He got a big ass laugh today. A big ass laugh. And see, that's why you don't use people's names in vain. Right? Okay, Sin? Okay? And we don't have to try to turn each other against other people. Because we family. We know what it is. We know what it is. I would never do that. I would never say, hey, Sin, don't do so, yada. So family talk, right? When you real family and you're real friends like that, you're real sisters like that, we talk, so it is what it is. People gonna like what they like who they like, believe who they believe, and word games are a motherfucker. Okay? Word games are a mofo. But anybody who knows me knows that I try to stay away from the whatever. And my channel has done very well. Sometimes it seems like a person will try to take your channel down. So anybody with degrees of common sense, okay? Because see, we don't have to obtain common sense from the university or the college or the HBCs or any public institutions. You see what I'm saying? We obtain common sense by life, through life. And then we have that thing what we call natural born God-given sense, right? Thank you, Key Kitchen. I love your channel too because you have always tried to help people. You've always tried to help people. We both do fitness. I never felt no type of competition with you. You always are encouraging. You don't, and then you throw out challenges for us to do together. So when you're really trying to help one lift one, you do things together. You don't do things in ugly, manipulative, and sneaky ways, right? Key Kitchen says, hey, Big Red. Hey, Stefan. Sin says, hey, Key Kitchen Boo. So, this live, this walk and talk on this thoughtful Thursday full of thoughts. Think Think, think, okay? And if you got a plum tree and you see 10 plums, all right, and then one apple pops up, and you see 10 plums and one apple pops up, right? Who's the common denominator? The apple. Okay? So don't let what anybody thinks, because see, people have allegiances, alliances, and they have allies, right? But I'm the type of person that I go where I want to go. I have respect for certain people, okay? Certain content creators I have respect for. And I typically like to come in and say hello and be respectful. Because when you engage more, or when you're receptive of people who haven't really been around you enough to know you, that's when shit starts. Stefan says, hey, keep kitchen and more. You know, that's when the shit starts. But as long as I was being the way I was, there was no shit starting. And you can go about your channel however the hell you want to. And you owe nobody any explanation. Because guess what? YouTube, it belongs to YouTube. YouTube affords each and every one of us a channel, whether we choose to use it or create content or not. So once YouTube affords us the ability to have a channel, guess what? We don't have to answer to anybody but YouTube. Okay? Y'all, this joker said, hello, feeling hungry. Clap them cheeks, Big Mac. What the hell? See what I'm talking about? See, that might make somebody mad, bro. But today, that ain't gonna make me mad. Because see, that's enough to make somebody else mad. So y'all remember, he wants to see the cheeks clap. Other people want to see the legs move, okay? Okay? Don't be mad. Don't be mad. You can't always be mad. Okay? And then take shots at what everybody else delivering delicious shots at. You see what I'm saying? So, this Thoughtful Thursday, I'm going to give a thoughtful tip. And it's a tip that's easy to follow, right? If you don't get along, what did I tell you guys my grandparents said? If you don't get along, you're going to get it on or move along, right? Just because you see someone that you don't get along with, if they ruffle your feathers that much that you got to throw subliminals, then you haven't moved on. Something ain't right. And then we talk about mental health. That's why I don't, because I know mental health like the back of my hand. And I be seeing stuff that it's so funny on here. I know mental health like the back of my hand. I know it clinically, professionally, and education-wise, okay? So, and that being said, we're all still human. So you're going to come out of a bag sometimes. But I never, ever come out of the bag that I really can come out of. So we're going to get that clear. I never, ever come out of the bag that I can really come out of. Hollering, yelling. Yeah, I will do that to a degree. But like I always say, that gets your blood pressure up. So why walk and get your blood pressure, then get your blood pressure up? Then you got to walk extra hard to try to get your blood pressure down. Fire's out. JK, I'm leaving your comment there. Because see, any other time I would try to be respectful, and I would say be respectful in the chat. But sometimes some things need to be left in the chat, even if they're a little disrespectful. Even if they're a little disrespectful. Thank you, Sin. Sin says hit that button. She hit that button. Sin probably fixing to go to sleep, y'all. Okay. Sis, if you still in here, leave a comment and let me know. But I know you probably fixing to go to sleep. Because see, Sin works. Sin be having issues too with a joker that don't want to work, but always want to have her mouth on her. Like, leave people alone. If they say it's over, it's done, leave people alone. Leave people alone. And I ain't writing no damn book about somebody I don't care about, okay? I'm not doing that. I may be expressive once or twice, and that's it. Because a lot of times people know exactly what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what they're doing. They don't know what you did to obtain certain things. They probably look at your channel and be like, she ain't got no 1,000 in the chat. She ain't got no, how she get them subscribers? People will tell you numbers don't matter to them. Next thing you know, they count numbers like they count money, baby. They count numbers like they count money. You got people on here with zillions of subscribers that aren't even monetized. They don't want to be monetized because guess what? They work. They work. They have a career. They have goals. They're in a position maybe to be monetized, and they do so when they choose to do so. Just like me. That monetization button was on a couple of years ago and turned off. Okay? Because it ain't nothing. If you gonna get some money and act a fool, that's one thing. But if you ain't getting no money, nah. Get you some freaking rest. Get you some sleep. Get you some rest. Get you some sleep. Get you some motivation to be unique. Because my folks always taught me to be unique. And if you find something that somebody else is doing and you enjoy, do it. Do it. But the thing about that is you have to put a twist to it. You have to put a spin to it. Because otherwise, that's just like, Nikes. If the Nikes all look the same and presented us all the exact same thing, Nikes wouldn't be as popular. Hell, FUBU would probably make a comeback. Okay? Nikes wouldn't be as popular. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Who cares? So don't think about, when somebody else is mad, it's a problem. But then you get mad about the same thing and it shouldn't be a problem. Leave people alone. That if you don't click, you don't get along, move on. But don't think that you can just do little slick stuff and then that person's just gonna let it go. Some people will. That's probably another flaw of mine. Because anybody can be petty, and honestly, being petty is what I find joy in. Being petty is what keeps me in the box that I need to stay in. Okay, so find things that keep you in the box that you need to stay in. So when something rubs me the wrong way, or someone does something, and I know they're being a butthole, guess what I do? I get just a little petty. You know how they say you gotta brush it off? Well, my way of brushing it off is doing something silly and laughing about it. Because 9 times out of 10, when you do it that way, they become angry. Their blood pressure gets up. But it keeps yours down a little bit. So as I always say, always contact your primary healthcare provider, okay? Before starting, restarting, or re-implementing any workout plan, routine, or regimen. All right? Your doctor, nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, your nutritionist, your weight trainer, your fitness trainer. Those of us who are licensed, we can help you with that. But because this is YouTube and YouTube doesn't hand out degrees, I must make that personalized disclaimer, okay? Because I have the paperwork to stand by it. So I make it. I do. I really, really do. And also, it's not good to disseminate information that's not correct information. See, when people are professionally trained or have studied and received certain degrees, certifications, and things like that, that's all good. But when you come on a platform that's worldwide, that's universal, you still have to be careful about the things that you say. You can't just run around repeating things that other people say. Sometimes it may be right, but you're talking to the masses. You're delivering messages to the masses. So therefore, I say anything that you see me do or anything that I say is for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. Take these nuggets that we drop over here. There are nuggets. They may work for you, they may not. They may work for a family member, church member, classmate, old classmate, co-worker, the person in the Walmart line, the person in the Target line. Okay, I've told you guys that from day one. But then I found out that I needed to be a little bit more clear on why I'm able to say that part that I say. Okay? And when it comes to your channels, do what you want with your channels. YouTube has afforded you that channel to do what you want. And if somebody can peek that you're not really being too original, so what? They peeked it. Just like I said, there are some things I don't want to walk down the street and see every house that looks just alike. Everybody has a Tesla that's the same color. Yeah, everybody got a nice Tesla. Everybody driving a Tesla. Everybody's doing it, right? But could they not switch the colors up on it? But see, now that's starting to be kind of understood. So what I'm going to say on this Thoughtful Thursday is I say what the fuck I want to say on my channel. I do what the fuck I want to do on my channel because YouTube affords us that. They allow us that. And when you're not happy with what somebody says or does on their channel, don't go to their channel. I don't. Now, YouTube does this little thing. When you have unsubscribed from people, they still recommend from time to time, right? And we're human. So we're probably going to click on it, especially if we've had issues. Because we want to see if those issues or those same dumb things are still going on. So you click on it. If you see that they are, you just hit do not recommend again. If you see that they aren't, you still hit do not recommend again. Okay? You only have to make things right in life with the people who support you, who love you, who cherish you, who have nurtured you, who nourish your soul, that hungry part of your soul. Those are the people that you're supposed to be concerned with, because those are the people who know you. Somebody who talks to you maybe 5, 6 times, they don't know you. Somebody who talks to you, hell, somebody that you live with for 5 years may not know you. Somebody you've lived with for 5 years may not know you. And I say this all the time, so I don't know why. It's a very, 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 very well understood concept. If you can walk in your house with your mate and not speak to them for a week, why the hell can you just walk past somebody in these YouTube streets and not acknowledge them? Because you're sitting on pins and needles on ready to jump and talk big talk and spit on the phone, the tablet, and probably sometimes all three. See, I don't like to do that. Because what are you doing? What benefit are you getting? Nobody's gonna be afraid of you because your voice is boisterous. Nobody's afraid of you. People can watch you and see what you do and be like, even if I was in their presence, what I'm seeing, I wouldn't be scared of that. You know what I'm saying? So leave people alone. If you want to bother people, don't bother people. If you're not bothered by somebody, hell, even if they say something, a lot of times you're going to ignore it. And a lot of things have been ignored. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what you put on your community wall, that's your channel. If you only like certain things in your channel, you want your channel to be a certain way, that's what? That's your business. Nobody pays you but YouTube if you happen to be monetized. Other than that, not just pay the business that pays you, pay attention to the business that pays you. Don't pay attention to the business that doesn't pay you. And then try to use words to make it like it's more business there than it was. Okay? Don't do that in your real life. And definitely don't do it on an app. Don't do that in your real life, and definitely don't do that on an app. So my chat is open. And because I don't like to come out of character in my lives, I leave it open. And people know that they're welcome to come in and say something if they want to say it. But check it. Check it. And for those who want to tell people how to fight, how to respond, what should be done and shouldn't be done, save that for your issue. Save that for your issue. You handle your issue that way. And if you lose respect for a person for handling their issue their way, then lose respect for what made it happen. Lose respect for who and what and all that stuff. Hey there, how you doing? I couldn't see you. I was wondering where he was. Y'all hear my friend? He's in the house. He's in the house looking outside and he saw me, y'all. He saw me. That little dog means more to me than anything that I can fuss at on this phone. Feel me? Stefan, it's the dog. It's my buddy. That little dog means more to me. That little dog knows me more than anything that's trying to have a disagreement or spat with me. That dog loves me more than anybody who's trying to have a spat with me. And see, sometimes you come out of character, and I will come out of character, but like I said, I'm still keeping it cute. And I didn't come out the bag like I wanted to, because along with respecting your own platform, you do like to have a degree of respect for somebody else's platform. So a lot of times people don't get that. And if we can't throw pause, I ain't got time for pause and all that talking. Talk a little bit, let that shit be, and go your way. Hey, Jill. Jill said, thankful Thursday. Hey, Lounge Pride in chat. Stefan says, hey, Jill. Talk your shit. You want to talk your shit. And be done. Like, some people sit there on ready for certain people. It's like certain people really, really get to them. Certain people really, really get to them. The people who really get to me the most like that would be somebody I cared about, somebody I knew, somebody I talked to for maybe May to June, 2-3 months. I can't even say any words. Like, I have no words to say. Like, I have no words to say when it comes to that. It's like, what? We don't know each other. So when you don't know people, don't say, you can't even say people will show you who they are, because when you don't know them, they're not showing you anything because you don't know them. Tamika says, hey, Jill. Jill, I kept it cute, but I let enough, because I saw enough to know that, dang, really? Like, I don't hate nobody, but get over me. Get over me. I don't fuck with nobody, period. But if you mess with me, I will be petty with you. I will be petty with you. So for people who can't understand the way other people fight, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry for you. Because when if somebody approaches you, I can't tell you to use mace and not a pop. I can't tell you to use a bat and not a pop. I can't tell you to use a pop and not a bat. I can't tell you to use the Montgomery chair. I can't tell you what to use. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you're hearing a lot of lies. So you know what? I'm like, shit, I ain't even finna argue all those lies. So I'm finna do what I know. And just leave people the hell alone. Like, I see and don't see. You know how many people on this app? You know how many people are on this app? Everybody's not gonna get along. You might get along for a short time, and that's just the duration of your time. Jill, I don't mess with nobody. Exactly. I don't mess with anybody. And then you got people want to throw people, it's everybody. Okay. My true blues, I know that don't even apply. So that's just a bunch of bull. Like I say, people be trying to use words. Be trying to use words to stand on a stronger argument. To stand on a stronger argument. And anybody who knows me, like Chef, like Sin City, like Jill, they know I won't bite my tongue. Sometimes I'll refrain. I will refrain. I'll refrain. And honestly, the app has taught me that. And maturity has taught me that. But people will come out of a bag sometimes. And fortunately today, I didn't come out of the bag because I'm like, I started to, but what for? So if they feel like that was coming out of the bag, shit, that wasn't then. I started to, but what for? What for? And I ain't writing no damn book on no community wall either. I'm gonna throw a little damn gift. I'm gonna tell you to get up and get moving, keep it moving. Maybe that's what's wrong with you. You need to exercise that mentality. Law, I don't know who's messing with you, but they don't really know. Jill, they really don't. And see, when you try to establish that relationship, try to establish that a sense of positivity, that's when people come at you the most. Because they're like, oh, well, if she be in this chat, that chat, she can't be positive. Sometimes people just like drama sometimes. You see me in certain chats, but do you see me living in those chats? You see me say hello to the content creator, the mods in the chat. That's what you see. You see me say hello. And certain times, it depends on who the content creator is and what the topic is, I'm going to talk. But when they're talking about other content creators, you don't hear me say anything about another content creator in their chat. So for all of a sudden, oh, Lions Pride said this or said that, something shouldn't have been said, hell, tell that to that one. Tell that to that side. Because you cannot tell people how to get down. And I really didn't get down. People think it's sweet because you say you want to be positive. And a lot of times when they see that you want to be positive, those are the ones that come trying to make your channel be something else. Those are the ones that come and try to make your channel be something else. Jill says, I've learned that some folks on this app are miserable. They really are. And they looking for damn friends. They don't need a reason to pick with folks. They don't need a reason to pick with folks. And then it's always the positive one, or because they put themselves out there like that, so that when something does go down, people gonna be like, not them. But see, I've been established that reputation. And if anybody don't click with me after today, okay, again, we don't know each other. We know of each other through an app. Because I'm only let somebody say so much. Like, if I'm not saying anything to you, and then just haul off and address somebody because you see them in a chat, because you running amok with others. That's what we do. We watch the shit show, right? So now you got people around here telling folks they can't watch a shit show. The fuck? They telling people everybody's not going to get along. You're not going to click. You're going to fall out with people. And when you do fall out with them, they don't feed you. They don't F you. They don't love you. Get the hell on. And then when you start to talk about the legs, y'all see the legs moving? Oh. See, some people will say I'm being mean, but now I'm just being petty. Because if you stand on business, you stand on business, right? Which really, that wasn't any business. That was revelation. Like, oh, okay. That's what it is. That's a little bit of what it is. So don't tell me what the fuck to say on my channel. Don't tell me how the fuck to respond. And anybody who don't like it, then you don't like me, fine. Check the people who you rocking with. Hell, this ain't popping off today for this reason. This popped off. That popped off with that person. That popped off with that person. That popped. You don't see me on here popping off with this person, that person, that person, that person. Then I pick that one person that I really, really that hurt my feelings for whatever reason. And then it's that's the one. That's the one. Who the hell is scary of a goddamn app? Thank you, Jill. And drop in whoever the fuck chat you want to drop in when some shit popping off. What the fuck people think? Shit popping off, they see you in the chat, that conscience get to whooping their ass, then they want to address you because you in the chat. The hell? Stefan says you are always positive. How can someone hate that? Stefan, let me tell you. When people can't manipulate you, let me tell you something. The only being that can manipulate me is God. He controls all that. Okay? That's a given. Besides God, my family. I ain't gonna be that hard, try to be that hard person that even if my family, no, my family can. Because what matters to me is what my family and my real friends think. Somebody I don't know can't reach out and touch. It doesn't matter to me. But on the flip side of that coin is, don't be fucking with me if I don't fuck with you. And if you don't fuck with me, then don't fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, then don't fuck with me. Now, I don't know what YouTube is going to do with this because I'm not really going in. I'm just really just speaking, and I'm really not even fussing at a person, but I'm letting them know, and whoever else know, that if you don't like the way I handle certain things or do certain things, then there's a lot you ain't gonna like in this world. And most of us on this app in this particular area, at most late 20s. And the sad part is 40s, 50s, and 60s, and love to claim God. So that's something that you don't hear me hollering on here a lot about. Because see, I don't have to expose that God is working on me. That's a personal relationship with God. I don't have to prove that to anybody. And I don't have to try to justify my poor behavior by saying he's working on me. Okay? Because I'm human. But at the same time, you know who to deal with, you know who not to deal with. But a lot of times when you want to keep it positive, people want to bring that negative traction to you and to your channel, and they've never really known you. Like not even 6 months, not even 4 months for real. I'm gonna watch. Yeah, yep. Stefan says how they know you in the chat if they not in the same. Exactly. And the nerve to try to tell you what you. I was like, oh shit, what's happening? The fuck? And see, I really don't do that in people's chats. You don't tell nobody what to say or try to say how they doing it. You doing your shit your way, right? Sit your ass down. And then you go somewhere else and it's the same shit. Like you watching the chat, and a lot of times people be like, block them. You know what I'm saying? But people lie so much. Hell, a lot of times you don't want to block certain folks because you don't know what type of lie gonna come out. Or you may say, did you know that he went down to the store? And example, he went down to the store and the cashier told him he couldn't get it because he didn't have enough money. Okay? Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to the way I say it. He went down to the store, but the cashier told him he couldn't get it because he didn't have enough money. Okay? Now, somebody else encounters that cashier. That cashier be dogging folks out. That cashier be dragging people. That cashier be doing... What did the cashier do? He said he didn't give a fuck how much money you had, you couldn't get it. See how words get twisted and then become a whole damn lie? So I don't argue with lies when I know they lies, because when you argue with somebody that's a liar, you'll be arguing all day. You'll be arguing all day. So what I like to do is just say, leave me the fuck alone. I'll leave you the fuck alone. See, if you argue with somebody that's a liar, you will be arguing all day. And anybody with a grain of common sense can hear the lying. You can hear the lie in the tone. Y'all remember how I said there is a tone in typing when we're typing in the chat? There is a tone. It doesn't even have to be all caps. There's a tone in typing, right? There's a tone in the things that we say. Caps is just one form of it, just one way we express ourselves in tone, in written tone, in typed tone. There's a tone in the way we talk. There's a tone in the things that we say. If Stefan says, lions, Jill said you were gonna cook turkey necks last week after you saw her turkey necks. I'm like, okay, that's different than Stefan saying, Jill, you just took that from Jill. You just took that from Jill. You see how words can sound so different? With the tone, words can sound so different depending on the tone that you put them in. And so you waiting for people to listen to that tone because you're loud. Because the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? So squeaky wheel gets attention. But if the squeaky wheel is getting attention from intellectual beings, they will listen to all of that squeaking. And then they'll start to hear them say things that don't make sense, say things that are crazy, say things that are out of this world. And at the end of the day, look, if 5 people tell y'all I said something, And I said, if 5 people tell y'all something about, and it ends up being a reflection of my character, and I'm going at it with all those 5 people, most intellectuals are going to think, hold up, Lions, hold up, you need a break? Because see, I don't do shit that cause me to need a break. I don't do shit that cause me to need a break. So anybody thinking I need a break, you're wrong. Because I don't do things that cause me to need a break. Start looking at big pictures. Start looking at big pictures. And anybody who uses other people's names to try to strengthen arguments, start looking at big pictures. Stefan says, how they know you and right. Turkey neck sound good. Stefan, I got some yesterday, bro. I got some. You know, I had the last couple of times I had smoked turkey necks, right? But I got those fresh ones yesterday. I got those fresh ones yesterday. And you know how things are so expensive. Even turkey necks, right? So I got folks that eat pork chops. They like the wafer thin pork chops in my family. I'll eat them like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. And then I got people who eat steak. Like pork chops, I eat like, I'll say 2 to 4 max. The thin breakfast-like chops, and then those thin steaks, T-bone steaks, I'll eat them about 3 to 4 times a year. But the bulk of the year, I eat fish, chicken, and turkey. So yesterday, I found some deals, and I had to get it. Jill, what you talking about? They are the best. The fresh ones are the best. The fresh ones are the best. Because you can whip those things, those fresh ones up. You can whip them up however you like. Stefan said, yep. You can whip them up however you like. Like, man, you can chop some onions and some peppers on them. You can make them jerk turkey necks. You can just do some good old-fashioned gravy and just some traditional old seasoning. Man, you can chop them off the bone and make nachos with them. You can take the meat off the turkey neck bones, and make nachos with them. It's so much you can do with those fresh turkey necks. Man, I like the smoked ones. You know, when I want a little bit more flavor without having to cook them as long. But those fresh ones, the fresh ones are the best. They're the best. So y'all, like, it's Thankful Thursday. Be thankful for, be thankful for the things that bring you joy. And if something doesn't bring you joy, don't deal with it. Don't deal with it. Don't let it affect you. If something doesn't bring you joy, don't deal with it. Don't let it affect you. And stop looking for it to mess with you. Like, some people just sitting on ready looking for something. So much to the point they think they can tell people where to go, what to do, and what to say. Nah, it ain't happening. That ain't happening. And again, I don't like to argue. I really don't. Shit, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I like to fight. Win, lose, or draw, period. I like to fight. Because what the hell you get out of arguing? And a lot of times, y'all know how it was back in the day. You get into a fight, you whoop A, you got your A whooped or whatever. Shit. Talking about the next day, y'all might put your book bag up and be cool right then. Let me tell y'all something. I work with two ladies. I was about to say 2 homies, because they really are my homies, right? I work with 2 ladies, y'all. They was like, we were carpooling to work. It was 4 of us. 2 of them got into an argument. 1 in the front seat, 1 in the back seat, right? And they kept bickering. And we had like a 30-minute ride. So one of them just said, pull the effing car over. Pull the effing car over, because she was tired of that arguing. Who the hell wants to sit up and argue for hours and days? Like, after today, you want to do it again tomorrow, or do it again over the weekend, or do it again next week. And they were friends, but they got into an argument. So I'll say E. E said, pull the effing car over. So Tasha wasn't too, I'll say Tasha, because her name was Tasha, because she wasn't too eager to get the car pulled over. She was just trying to get a point across. But E was hot-tempered. E was one of those people that liked to fight. Now her and Tasha were gonna be back sisters. But see, they knew each other, right? They knew each other. So I'm sitting in the back with Tasha, and I'm like, nah, don't pull the car over, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm telling the driver, A, I'll say, hey, don't pull the car over. A, do not pull the car over. A was like, look, we gotta drive 30 minutes. I ain't finna be listening to them arguing like this. They need to stop, get along, or get it on. Stop. Just simply stop. You ain't gotta get along. Just stop. Or you need to B, get along, or you need to C, get it on. So the car was pulled over, y'all, because A said she wasn't gonna keep driving with all that noise and going on. All that arguing and stuff going on. She wasn't gonna keep driving. Let me tell you, E and Tasha got out of their car. Tasha tore E's ass up. E with all that mouth. All that mouth. See, when you got all that mouth, that don't show no results. A lot of mouth don't show results. The squeaky wheel, okay? A lot of mouth don't show results. And then just out of nowhere, they had to fight because A was like, I'm not gonna keep driving because I'm trying to drive. I want to listen to the radio. I want to talk about what happened at work. But y'all sitting up here arguing. And guess why the argument continued? Tasha, the one who whooped ass, kept trying to leave it alone. But E wasn't having it. I always gotta say something. Any little thing Tasha said was, oh, you picking. The girl was just talking. It was conversation. She acted like she was supposed to ring the girl up out the car or something. Kind of like people think they're supposed to ring you up out of chats. When a shit show is going on, you got the right to look. You got the right to say what the hell you want to say. Whether a person gets mad or not, because they're the ones on the hot seat. So the car was pulled over. They got into a fight. Shit, by the time we got to where we was going, they actually had to get out at the same stop because they was across the street from each other. Hell, they was picking grass out of each other's hair. You see what I'm saying? Because they knew each other. Jill says, I'm not into arguing, especially with folks I don't know and never gonna meet. Exactly, Jill. I'm not gonna meet you. Like, let it go. Get over it. I build bridges all the time and get over them. Like, build a bridge and get over it. But see, that's when you start to realize, okay, what's going on at home? What's going on at work? Because people don't be all huffy-puffy at home or at work. And if they are, they be losing those battles. So they get on social media, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Because they lose the battles at home or they lose the battles at work. So they come on the battle where they know they'll never meet someone, know they'll never touch someone, no paws will never be really thrown. You know, some people do actually throw paws, okay? Some people pull up, some people fly up, okay? But if you know that that's what you like to do, then why get your blood pressure up? Why get your blood pressure up? People around here have health issues and getting their blood pressure up over somebody they don't know. Somebody they'll never meet. Now, when people do commentary on things, it's like they're doing commentary on things that people are doing. But you got some people that's just angry and upset and mad because a relationship, a YouTube ship didn't work out. It didn't work. Again, I build a bridge quickly and I get over it. Jill says, once I address you one time, if I even decide to address you at all, I'm done with it. Jill, that's what I'm gonna have to do. But see, you know how I am. I'm gonna put what I want to put on my community wall, and I'm gonna go to any chat that I want to go through. And some people really think they have a hold on you. They can be on 30 to nothing, 100 to nothing with some other people, and when they see you, it's like, damn, like, what is it about me? Like, what the hell? What is it about me? But hey, look at the legs move. That's what I say. Look at the legs move. Like, Sometimes people get mad because they can't come up with their own spec. I mean, like, damn. You can't get along, move along, or get it on. And since, for the most part, most people on here ain't gonna get it on, then move the hell along. When someone says something, if it's a subliminal, guess what? You might not be that only they into it with. Okay? Sometimes you can be agreeing with a content creator in the chat and somebody that don't like you. She talking about me. She talking about me. There's a million people on this mother ucker. And a lot of us have had words or gotten into it. Even the most positive of us have had words with at least 2 to 3 people. At least 2 to 3 people. Stefan says, I try to support black content creators. If people hate me, it's all good. Only care passing my positive energy to others and making my day. Right. Exactly. But see, sometimes people will see you be that way, and because it didn't work out as a YouTube ship, then all of a sudden they know so much about you and don't know shit. Don't know shit. Especially when you can repeat anything that you said. That's why if it's something said that I said, I'm going to say, hell yeah, I said it. You damn right I said it. I don't like that bitch. I said I don't like his ass. I'm going to say it. But then when that doesn't work, it becomes, oh, she just mad. Why? Because that didn't work. Because that didn't work. Because me being able to repeat what I said didn't work. And if you tell a lie, guess what? Unless it's an astronomical lie, I'm probably not going to even address the lie. I'm going to still stand on what I said. I'm not going to even address the lie part of it. I'm going to still just stand on what I said. Jill says, I'm not for everyone, and I am okay with that. Exactly, Jill. Like, exactly. You can't be for every... Like, we are humans. There's how many billions of people on this planet? You can be for somebody today and not for them tomorrow. You can be for somebody for 25 years and not be for them tomorrow. You can be for somebody for 5 years. Hell, a relationship, you break up for 10 years, and then the next 5 years, y'all back together. Sometimes it's just times. It's timing. It's timing. But when I say, I don't want nothing to do with you, I don't see you at that point. I see you and I don't see you. Of course I see you, but I don't see you. I ain't got no problems with you. Why? Because we had a problem. So anybody that I had a problem with, I don't see them so that we don't have another problem, because I don't have time for them. They don't deserve my attention. They don't deserve my energy. And hell, I shouldn't be their attention or their energy. But like I said, when people do shit to me that's sneaky and underhanded and they're being petty, I will serve that same petty. I will serve back that same petty. Because after all, it's an app. Ain't nothing wrong with being petty. Hell, ask 50 Cent. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. So yeah, I'll be petty. If you're doing something and you're really rubbing me the right way, I found out honestly that being silly and petty is probably the best way to be. Right? But see, some people can't take silly and petty. Silly and petty keep being silly and being petty keeps me from going from 1 to a million about something or someone I'll never even meet. Jill. Because some people had me damn twisted. Like, that money button could have been on if that's what it was about. God damn it, I got a career. A couple of careers I work. But sometimes you just have to, I probably turn it off. But it got to a point where, like, okay, if I wanted to do that, I would turn that on and then just do a lot of stupid stuff, or I would put more focus into what I do. I come on here and I go live, walking and talking. And if somebody leaves my chat and go repeat what I say verbatim, you damn right I got a problem with it. Verbatim, you damn right I got a problem with it. If somebody leaves this chat because they're disgruntled and go start to do everything that I do, you damn right I got a problem with it. Because as an adult, you can't find no kind of creativity about yourself than to be petty with me. Then I can be petty with you. Stefan says, I remember once on Facebook, I was talking about a girl I deal with, and two, my ex and my baby mama thought I was talking about them. I realized love toxic women. See? Thank you, Jill. Thank you. Jill says, congratulations on your monetization, hon. I am so glad you decided to do so. It's like, Jill, I don't even like. And it's like, that's another thing. People will act like that's not important to them when it really is. It's like their day and nights are consumed with how many people came in their chat, how many people did this. They talk about that same childish shit. So when I heard something like that today, like, I'm like, that shit the last thing on my mind. I come on here to network with those that I have been networking with since I came on here. Not for 2 or 3 months. Since I came on here. Because see, the people that I've been networking with since I came on here, we've had spats, not big spats, not nothing that's going to get astronomical, because we're respectful and we respect each other that way. We settled those spats. And then the couple, the 1 or 2 where the spat wasn't settled, it was still settled, because guess what? You get along or you move the hell on. So we moved the hell on. Thank you, Jill. Jill, I'm about to turn that thing off. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate it. Jill, I promise you, that button could have been popped. I've been sitting up there. What they had, a little celebration thing up there, and then they'll remind you every so often. You can apply for whatever. But I felt like I needed to do it in the past couple of weeks. I felt like I just needed to do it to let people know, baby, an app ain't gonna make me. An app is not gonna make me. I respect the app. Because the app doesn't have to give us a platform, right? And hell, I started saying I respect YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Hell, I heard the same person that's saying everything I say all of a sudden was cussing YouTube out, but all of a sudden they appreciate it. And they, so it's a lot of shit that people do that they don't expect you to clock. And then just because you say something about it, they get mad. See, they don't expect for you to get mad when they do it, but they get mad when you call it. They get mad when you call it. Jill says, I've been told you to do it. Jill, it's been people I've told to do things that I've encountered and told to do things. And then all of a sudden, now I hate them like they're just the worst person in the world. Believe you me, if I ever disliked or hated you, I would never encourage anybody I got any type of ill feelings to do anything, because that's not my business. It's not my business either way. But if I encourage you to do something, it's because I really think that you can be good at what you're doing. Then for you to turn around and be petty, you damn right I'm gonna speak on it. It's just like that shit was just overwhelming today. Like, people want to tell people how to respond. People want to tell people what they should and shouldn't say. But when a person is like, one person may say, don't threaten a person's this. Well, tell your homie, don't be spilling lies. Tell your homie, don't be spilling lies. People love and quick to say how something went too deep or something went too this way. And they don't be knowing the whole story, or they only hearing half of the story. Because, see, like I say, truth be told, I don't be on here talking to 10, 11, 12 different people. There's 3 people that I talk to. Tried. And the first time I stepped out of what's by ordinary, it went left. So we pulling this shit back right. And again, I ain't gonna never tell nobody how to do nothing or say what was to this or to that, because I don't know their feelings. And I don't know what level of pissivity they're at. And especially when I don't know what the hell's been going on, I've only been hearing one side. See, people quick to say, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, it's don't do that. But check your side. Check your side. And I'm like, I've been saying this for like hours. Leave me alone if we can't get along. But it's got to be but this or but that. Nah, we can't get along. Leave me the hell alone. Because you don't control where I go. You don't control what I say. And you don't control what I do. If you want to keep thinking you can continue to think so, as I continue to do as I say, do as I want, and do as I do. Stephon says people need to watch Nigerian movies. I'm telling you, Stephon, that's what I've been doing. Like when I go into chats, like I'm gonna tell you, when I do go into a chat, it's because I respect the content creator and I respect their mods. And there are certain people in the chat that I respect. It doesn't mean I even really respect what the content is. There are people that do content about certain things. I don't like the content, but I like the person. They have shown me something in battle, in love, in just affiliation. They've shown me something that I like about them. Doesn't mean I like the content. But people feel like you don't have the right to say you don't want your channel to go a certain way. What the fuck? This YouTube gave us this. YouTube controls this first and foremost. Hell, I guess it's like it's the hierarchy is Google, YouTube, then you. Google, YouTube, then you. And each of us, each and every one has a platform. I can hate the heck out of somebody the way somebody handles their platform. But guess what? That's their platform. As long as YouTube is cool with it, as long as Google is cool with it, I can hate it. That's why I need to speak on it. That's their platform. Because speaking on it just make you sound like a parrot, repeating yourself. Because they're going to still do what they do. If anybody on this app allows another female, feline, or any male allows another thoroughbred male to tell them how to say what they say, when to say what they say, you got to check your womanhood, sis, and you got to check your manhood, bro. And if you even think that you can tell somebody that, you definitely got to check your womanhood or manhood, because it be the one. It be the ones, right? That train ain't got no gravy at the house. That train ain't got no gravy at work. That train ain't got no gravy in the classroom. That train ain't got no gravy at church. That train ain't got no gravy in the local organization that they're a part of. So it's so simple and easy to get on this phone, a tablet, a computer. Some have 3 or 4 going at one time. You see them erasing a different content creator's name out of a chat. Hell, I've done that before, but it wasn't because I had 2 or 3 going at a time, because it ain't that serious. It was because I might have just left alive and that person was on my mind and I accidentally did it. But it's not because I got 3, 4, 5 devices and my TV going too. Nah. Jill says, I'm not ever going to try to tell no one what to do. It ain't my business. All I can do is give my... Jill, you give good, thorough advice. My advice or opinion. Whomever decides to do that. Jill, you give thorough advice. You give advice that makes people think. And I'm just going to be honest about it. Jill will tell you she likes a mess. Like we all be saying that. We like a little mess. So when you see us in somebody's comment section and it's a little mess going on, what does that automatically mean? We don't want to keep our shit positive? It's just like watching The Young and the Restless. Shit. You watch The Young and the Restless, you still get up and go to church, don't you? Now, you don't go around and Bible thump probably, trying to beat people over the head with the Bible, but you watch The Young and the Restless, you still get up and go to church, don't you? You watch Waiting to Exhale, you still get up and go to church, don't you? You still teach your kids the right thing, don't you? We're human. We do all like a little mess. But when you go to those places where mess is, it's the way you handle yourself. You don't partake in the mess because you said hello. Jill gives good, thorough advice. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Hell, Jill be telling me, and I ain't even trying to, Jill will tell me something, I'll be like, man, please. But I know me. Jill knows me. But people would try to slyway use Jill's name and say what they're tired of about me. I'm like, sometimes people just be talking, and they don't know. A lot of times people telling you something to see where it's going to go. I've always said, when I talk to people I don't know, whatever I say to them is something I will repeat. If you can't say it twice, don't say it once. If you can't do it twice, don't do it once. Because a lot of times a person think they saying something or they telling something and you be like, okay, and I said it and I did it and Jill, you always you do. Jill said, "Same here, Stefan. I don't tell people what content creators what to write. Do your channel. I always turn and come back later if I don't like. Yeah, you just turn around and come back later. You turn around and come back later. You turn even if it's later, like during the same day, or if hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back, y'all. You just you just leave out. You leave out and then you come back. I I have been in content creators chats who don't get along. But guess what? When they start to address each other or talk about I leave. I leave. So the most you get in a chat from me is hey to everybody. I leave. Because why do I leave? Because everybody's not going to get along. And if I have a like for them, even if I like and respect one more than the other, way more than the other, when they start doing that, I leave. Because guess what? A lot of times you could be laughing about something in the chat and that content creator that they're talking about, if you're still in there and that's going on, they're going to think you got to be laughing at something about them. You may not be, but at the same time, I can understand their perception. So when people that I talk to go at each other, I will leave. Now, there are some content creators I frequent way more. And like I was telling Stefan, I'm a liddy. But I go to different chats. A lot of people say, oh, the liddies don't do this, don't do that. I see liddies go where they want to go. Just like I see other people go, and I see other people get mad when people that are in their chat go somewhere. But what the one thing is I can say is I've learned just through before I started my channel, the places that I go, I don't care who else likes or doesn't like that content creator. If I do. And one thing I learned from Loca is that when they start to come out the woodwork, they start to come out the woodwork. When they start to come out the woodwork, they start to come out the woodwork. But what I say to that is you can have all the bravado in your voice that you want to. You can have all the bass in your voice that you want to. You ain't moving nothing. You ain't moving nothing but your mouth. So why waste your time and move your mouth over somebody that's clearly nothing to you? Thank you for coming in, Tamika. Take care, Lance Pride, and everyone have a good night. Thank you, Tamika, for always being supportive, coming in the chat. Tamika is always neutral. Tamika comes in and handles her business. If she's a mod, she does whatever she does. If she's a supporter, she does whatever she does. And I like that. And that's why I don't like having discussions about arguments. Somebody's going to be mad probably about this live. This is my damn channel. You cannot tell people what to talk about. You cannot tell people what not to talk about. You can't tell people how to feel. Just like I can't tell them how to feel. But what I can observe and monitor is that when someone's having a hard time getting past something. Sometimes people have a hard... See the legs, y'all? That shit is funny as hell to me. That shit is funny as hell to me. That shit is funny as hell to me. People be mad for nothing. And then they say they ain't mad. Man, you don't talk about shit you ain't mad about. You don't talk about shit you ain't scoped and piped and peeped and found a little dislike for. I stay away from the stuff I don't like. I stay away from the people I don't like. And when I see them out in public, just like somebody I might not have liked in high school, someone I might not have liked in college. Hell, if we ain't put that shit to the side, we saying hello how you been, how the kids. If we ain't put that shit to the side, guess what we do? We move on. We move on. Let's see. Have a great night, Tamika. Jill says having a great night. Stefan says have a great night. Stefan says, yes, I support who I support. Exactly, Stefan. And don't, these people got to get out of there thinking they can tell you when to come. Just because they on the hot seat and you come in the chat, they want to tell you not to watch the show. Please. Please. Did you see my question? Let me see. I think I missed it. Wait, who's, Jill? You know, I don't like to do that. Whatever. People like to try to see, because that really is what is the giveaway. Like when you can talk to everybody, then people should be able to pause and know what time it is. But I got you, Jill. I see it. And sometimes people just do that shit and it don't be no truth to it. See, when it's coming from a liar or somebody you gotta take with a grain of salt, that's just it. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. Yep, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Now see, people would, if you really truly started lying, like some people been lying, then you be the demon. But hey, sometimes we got a demon on one shoulder, we got an angel on one shoulder. But what all I say is let your record speak for itself. Your long-term record and your short-term record. Especially that short-term record. But you take it all. You see what I'm saying? You let your record speak for itself. And right now, Lions Pride got a couple I don't deal with. They don't deal with me. But those couple, we ain't hitting panels and we ain't arguing and we ain't thinking everything can be controlled that we don't like. We not doing it. We being petty. Hell, they say some shit that I know is targeted at me or came from me. I throw some petty shit back. You ain't got to like it. You ain't birthed me. A lot of times people really do think they had a control. You didn't birth me. If I did something you didn't like, suck it up, buttercup. If it made you feel like you need to leave away from me, leave. But leave all the way. Quit being so triggered. Because you're going to see me in chats that I want to be in. The fuck? Girl, you know people do, they like to play the innuendo games and shit like that. Like the term, the everybody. You remember I said people like to use words. Everybody says this, everybody thinks that. Like, man, please. I don't know enough bodies for you to be having a conversation about me. You see what I'm saying? I don't know enough bodies for you to be having a conversation about me. And they listening right now. But I don't listen to people's lives. Not no damn live. Now I might see a short or watch a short or some shit. But a live? Nah. If we don't rock, the only live that we're going to be in is mutual, people that we mutually watch. That's it. That's all. And then when you lie on people, then hey, you open, it's gloves off. Because I'm the type, I don't tell no fucking lies. And ain't nobody going to be able to talk to. Now, ain't nobody, if one person can tell you something, ask yourself how many other people can tell you something about what I said to them. Ask yourself. Because I'm telling you, the 3 people I talk to, like faithfully, because this is a networking app, and at one time I didn't talk to anybody. But they are the early ones. The early ones that I do talk to, we ain't never brought no damn, hell, the disagreement might have happened in the live, but we ain't never brought no stuff to no panel. See, some people don't care how their channel grow. And then they be mad at you or say you uppity because you don't want yours to be a certain way. Just because you're in a certain area or a certain sector or you listen to certain stuff, that don't mean you want your shit to be that way. But see, a lot of times people try to pull your stuff that way because they're envious or they're mad or they're trying to expose you to not be who you appear to be to most people. So that shit don't faze me. Not the ones who don't know, and I know they don't know. Because half of the ones that were so upset about what was said or something that was threatened, their name was shaking and ringing too. See, if I was like that, I could have said that. But see, I'm not going to say that because they rock with that person and they're not going to believe that. But when I do say something, it ain't going to be that they don't believe it, because it's only going to be something that somebody else will know. It's that they're not going to want to believe it and they're going to probably resist it. So why even shake that tree? Why even shake that tree? When I want to shake trees, I know which trees to shake. When I want to shake trees, I know which trees to shake. But the fact of the matter is I've never had to shake trees until now. So that tells me something, and it should tell anybody who's ever encountered me on here something. I've had a little falling out with people, and guess what we did? We ignored each other. Like that, like I say, what you're supposed to do when you're in the house with your spouse. Y'all mad because you want to go to Jamaica and he wants to go to Hawaii, and y'all get hard down mad about it and start talking about, well, who's going to pay for the trip and who's going to do this and who's going to do that, and then y'all end up not speaking to each other for a whole week. You can do that to your spouse, your significant other, your kids, your parents even. But you get on this goddamn app and you see somebody and you gotta ring your bell. Shit, girl, boy, bye. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. Oh, Jill, believe me, they know. They know. That's why it's like it's covert. It's covert. It ain't. They trying to. It's mind games. It's like they try to play mind games, but they don't know, baby. That's my profession, mind games. That's my profession, mind games. Some people play them well, and some people really don't play them well. But when you have certain people attached to them, that's what they're going to believe. That's what they're going to believe. That's just like right now. If my best friend or a couple of my friends, if I say one thing and somebody else says something else, who are they going to believe most likely? Me. And even if they know I'm a certain way, they're going to probably still support me. But at the same time, on the back end, they're telling me, don't do that. She said this. I know you can be this way. Did you do that? Because that's what you do. But they don't just sit up there and stand on it with me if they think I did some stuff that's wrong. They don't try to say, well, that might have happened, but she shouldn't have did that. So they try to cover up or look past what they may have done and worry about what you said. Leave people the fuck alone when they say leave them alone. It's just that simple. Like some people feel like it's like, y'all remember when I talked about the chain? Sometimes you got to break chains. You have to saw through it. Like sometimes you get through the half of that link, and you can't get through the other half. They just won't let you. Like the link has been broken, but not completely. It's like, what the fuck? So my chat has been open for 1 hour and 23 minutes. So I ain't addressing shit else, and don't come to me with no bullshit, because just like I did with Nicole, I left my chat open. I wouldn't even take it there with Nicole, because truth be told, I had respect for Nicole. People I don't know and don't have no respect for, it's like, bye, and I'm only addressing you because you can't seem to kick me off the mind. Like, bye. So different strokes for different folks. I address different people accordingly. I just would like for certain people to have the same type of energy for everybody that they have for me. Look at the legs move. Look at the legs move. Can y'all see them? Let's get a little light. Okay. Look at the legs move. Why would a woman be so concerned about a woman's legs? Oh! See, like I said, I can be petty, and that's my damn business to be petty. Honestly, truth be told, when you're petty with somebody, you know what people tend to usually do? They squash that shit because the shit be funny. It's somebody on here right now. We don't talk. I talk to 3 people for real. We don't talk. We enjoy the hell out of each other in chats though, because we had a little spat in the chat. But guess what? In the midst of the spat, we started being petty. And then we ended up squashing the bullshit because it was just that grown folks bullshit. Grown folks bullshit on a childish level. Jill says, well, folks better keep my name out the BS. I don't even know what the hell is going on, so why my name is being brought in. That really is crazy, Stefan. I've been busy this past week, so I don't have a clue. All I know is that, Jill, people just be using words or trying to, there are words that are called implication words. They're trying to imply, because if you only have a select group of people around you, and then somebody gets mad at you, get in they sour bucket about you, then all of a sudden it begins to be everybody around you. So if you're telling somebody, if I say Jill, everybody around you, you're going to think of most of the people that are in your chat, most of the people that come by, most of the people, you know what I'm saying? People just use words to try to make their argument stronger to stand on. Thank you, Stefan. Stefan, I appreciate it. Thank you. Look, see, it's two of y'all. The way I'm set up, if I keep my thing turned on, I'll keep it on members only. The way I'm set up, because I don't have to get along with people I don't know. I don't have to get along with people I don't want to know. I don't have to get along with people I thought may have had some intellectual, I won't even say some who was just intellectual. Who I may have thought were intellectual to a degree. There's level to it, there's level. Because that's all I need in my chat. You see what I'm saying? That's all I need in my chat. I don't need a full chat. And these some gutters still running around here wondering about my subscriber count. What they ain't bots. They ain't bots. Okay? They ain't bots. And honestly, they've been dropping. Why? Because I did something to maneuver away. Because sometimes when you get in certain algorithms, you have to literally start over, or you have to literally go use your other stuff and get away. Will they see you? Maybe. Maybe not. But guess what? If they do see you or find you, then they're just proving your point. They're just proving your point. See, some people stalk and they don't even realize it's stalking. Like when you're everywhere, it's easy to feel like somebody is stalking you because you're everywhere. So thank you, my Jill's Comfort Zone. Thank you, my Stefan. I appreciate you guys so much for that. And again, I just turned it on for a little bit because sometimes people be having having things misconstrued. They be having things misconstrued. See, I would never. That is something people do. They get so entangled into that until YouTube probably gets tired of them hitting the studio button. They in the studio button. How many people was here at this time? How many people was here at that time? How many people doing this? How many people doing this? How many people doing that? And they're not even paying attention to the fact that certain things that you're doing on here that you think you're being slick with, that even YouTube allows you to do. When more and more of the real people start to check the stuff, don't be surprised if after you acquire the monetization, you get another email months and months later, years later, you did so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. Then you bucking your eyes. So whatever you think about, whatever you see on my channel, or whatever you don't see, it was authentic. And it damn sure wasn't paid for. It was authentic and it damn sure wasn't paid for. And it wasn't paid for not because I wanted monetization. The reason I don't, because that's the way you're going to end up losing it later. I've never really thought about monetization like that because I like to do what I like to do. You have a little bit more freedom when you're not monetized. And then you don't sit up there and start to depend on that cash button. The cash button I depend on is my salary. I depend on my salary. Jill says, let me be quiet. I don't have a problem with no one on this app, at least not over here. Right. Right. Jill, you don't have a problem. People just try to use people to justify their arguments or to build on their arguments or to stand on their arguments. And I'm like, I ain't finna be arguing with somebody that I can barely understand. But I understand enough to let them know it ain't sweet. It ain't sweet like that. The energy you got for me, it should have been used somewhere else a little while ago. That should be amazing. It's just like it's just like high school. Some people will have a certain energy for you that they don't have for somebody else. And the nerve is to use the word coward when they don't have that same energy for all entities, all people. Like, you have to be wise enough to use your book sense, your common sense, and your natural born God-given sense. You have to be wise enough, open enough to use your book sense, your common sense, and your natural born God-given sense. Because see, that natural born God-given sense, some people would say, well, that's common sense. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because we obtain common sense, right? That natural born God-given sense is that sense that God gives us as kids when someone does something and we feel uncomfortable. See, that's not common sense because we're naive. We're naive. So we haven't done things and manipulated through this world enough yet we're still gaining our common sense, right? But there are some things that are God-given, natural born God-given sense. Those things that at 3 years old make you feel uncomfortable. A person touches you. It's not your mommy changing your pull-up. You don't wear diapers and pull-ups anymore. A person touches you. It's not your mommy. It's not your mommy wiping you. It's not. See, some things are just natural born God-given sense. You're with your sibling somewhere. You see your sibling cry and you immediately get feelings. That's not common sense. That's natural born God-given sense. So I'm not trying to deal with people who I don't feel like have at least the three: common sense, natural born God-given sense, or book sense. Book sense. That's why I always say you got to be careful with the information that you disseminate when it comes to fitness. Yeah, a lot of us do say the same things, but how many of us have been trained, studied, okay, licensed to perform or to know certain things? And even those of us who have, because we're on social media platforms, we have to give personalized disclaimers. We have to say, because we do have them. YouTube doesn't give us a license for that, but we do have them. And somebody will be mad just because you said that. Just because I said that. They'll be mad just because I said that. People who have been taught, trained, studied, that's hard ass work. You have to get continuing education because things change yearly, weekly sometimes, daily sometimes. You have to get continuing education. So even professionals, when it comes to mental health, when it comes to health in general, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to those things like that, yeah, anybody can get on here and exercise with you and show you what they do for fitness. But when you start to spew or disseminate information, you need to make sure that it's information that, one, you let everybody know that applies to you. Two, halfway know what you're talking about. And if you haven't had any continuing education, you really kind of don't. You really kind of don't know. Jill says, let me be quiet. Oh, I think I seen that. You're right, Jill. You're right. And see, and it just really pissed me off because of the undertones. Like, girl, there's people I've been rocking with. If we fell out right now today, it wouldn't have nothing to do with this. Hey, Shawanda. Welcome to the chat. Shawanda says, hey, everyone. Jill says, welcome, Shawanda Williams. Yeah, it wouldn't have. And and people like Jill do keep it neutral. Jill can peep a lot of stuff. Jill peeps a lot of stuff. But when Jill is on her community post, what is she doing? She's being petty. She's being funny. And when I say petty, I don't mean petty in a nasty way. I mean, a lot of the time, sometimes when a person is being petty, sometimes you can just laugh at that shit. And then, like I said about me and this another guy in the chat, we had a few words. And then we started throwing subliminals. And then it was like we just started being petty. Hell, at the end of the live, we was laughing about that shit. Because that's what grown people do. That's what grown people do. Unless you want the smoke to continue. Unless you want the mess and the drama to continue. If you want it to continue, then every time you see that person, you're going to feel away. People I don't like, people I want no further involvement with, I see them simply because they're there, but I don't see them. Stefan says, hey, Shawanda. Thank you, Shawanda, for coming in the chat. I've been on here for 1 hour and 36 minutes, y'all. My chat has been open, okay? So, that being said, my chat been open. Again, my chat has been open. So, any conversations related to Lions Pride should have happened just now over this 1 hour and 36 minutes in her chat. Because Lions Pride ain't going to nobody else's stuff talking about somebody in somebody's chat. Okay? Unless people come to her with the shits in the chat. And sometimes you just kind of be over something and it seems disrespectful because you're getting it off and you just over it. Like you ain't even really trying to just go in. Because see, I know cuss words that folks ain't never heard before. Military babies, military family, military, all up and down, military. So I know quite a few of them. So certain curse words to me are honestly respectful. So that being said, and knowing the bag I can come out of, my chat has been open. Somebody came in here talking about clapping cheeks. I guess that'll be my fault. And, you know, that ain't a good thing. You know, what has my thing been? Look at the legs. Way before any messiness came to my shit. Look at the legs. Look at them move. Look at them move. That seems to be a problem. But hey, it ain't my problem. Like I say, build bridges and get over them. Build bridges and get over them. I'm not addressing nobody. If I don't say your name, I don't expect my name to be said. But see, people will say your name. What they say, Beyonce? Say your name, say your name. Because it's just so hard to get over. Don't let it be hard. Let it be easy. Let it be easy. Let it be easy like Sunday morning. Let it be easy. Because I promise you, where I see something and I want to drop in the chat, I'm going to drop in the chat. It's a damn shame you drop in the chat and say hey to somebody and to the content creator in their chat. And because somebody dislikes you, that's like you coming for them. Nah, I'm just watching the show. I'm watching the show. And when you're in a certain area, it can't be everybody else. It can't be everybody else. God damn it, Jill. Shit, Jill. If I always try to keep it petty and cute. I just address the shit on the community wall when people being petty with me. Hell, if you want to call those people names and throw their names out there, you damn right. I stand on what was said. I stand on what was said. That's for anybody. Because when I say something, guess what it's going to be? True. It's going to be true. 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 Truth. Till a lie ain't in it. Right. Jill says, I don't put myself in other issues. I know you don't. I know. But you know, people be like, oh, everybody. Look, everybody. Okay, so any and everybody who does feel whatever you're saying, guess what? They can do the same thing. Not engage. Not engage. Like Jill said, I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. You notice that people will not come to somewhere. Our people will not come somewhere unless it's a lot of mess. And goddamn it, sometimes you got to give them some mess. But the saddest part about it is they won't come until it's a lot of mess. And I like it like that. I like it like that. That's why I say don't share me out. So see, some people don't know what authentic growth is. Authentic growth is. And I've talked to my bro Chef, I've talked to Jill. I know what authentic growth is. Jill gave some of the best advice I've heard on this app when I first started. And I always give her props for that. The subscribers will come. You worry about your watch hours. That was one of the nuggets she gave. And she wasn't lying. I was like, damn, yeah, the subscribers will come. You got to worry about the watch hours. She right. But the first thing people want to holler about is your numbers. Your numbers. The only numbers I'm worrying about is those that hit that direct deposit. From my career. Not an app. So I would appreciate if folks can do the same. Right. I support everyone who I rock with. You will know if I don't rock with you because you don't see me, period. Exactly. And see, I think what a lot of people get it misconstrued. They don't see you over here every time I go live, or if I go live 5 times and you miss the whole week, then they think they can kind of gulp you up in the everybody don't listen. Everybody tired of that. Everybody I know grown. And everybody who deals with me in my chat, we've had adult grown conversations. And they don't rock like that. They say what's on their mind. Chef will check me in a New York second if he think I'm wrong about something. Jill will tell me, nah, I don't think so. Or maybe, she'll let me know how she feel. Sin City, gonna check me. Nah, I don't think so. You might be right, but you might be wrong. And they're gonna say why. Those are the people I respect. And if I fell out with either one of them, the only thing YouTube will know about is that they don't see us in each other's chat. That's what you call grown folks. People like to holler about grown folks. That's what you call grown folks. They wouldn't see us in each other's chat, one. And number two, if we're in other people's chat, we wouldn't address each other. So, like I said, my chat has been open now an hour and 42 minutes. So I ain't trying to hear no bullshit for real. For real. Because I'm going to do what I want, when I want, go where I want. And if I don't address you, and if you see something that appears to be a subliminal, guess what? It won't be about you because I don't fucks with you. These people be thinking when they fall out with somebody, that's the only somebody on the app that they could be talking about. Because they be so moved. So moved. For anybody who's disappointed, when you don't know all details, you will be disappointed. Don't let that be your problem. You will be disappointed. No grown person should be seeking your approval. Like there's nothing anybody could do on this app that I don't know. There's nothing they could do that would disappoint me if I don't know them like that. Could Jill disappoint me? Yes. And I'm not saying it because Jill would do something to disappoint me, but I'm saying is the feeling that I have toward Jill. Could Jill disappoint me? Yes. Could Chef Finest Wine disappoint me? Yes. Could Sin City disappoint me? Yes. Those are relationships. What do I always say? This app is for networking. It's for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. And if you happen to find somebody that you can really gel with and click with, that's great. But if that click is no longer there, unlatch it, unleash it. The click is done. Move on. Damn. Like you move on. And when you see them, everything they say, hell, I could have had words with 2 or 3 other people, and you got somebody that still thinking you talking about their ass. The fuck? And YouTube, this channel is not made for kids, okay? Because it was a few cuss words thrown out. But this channel is not made for kids. Now sometimes they come over here, and I'm hoping my little buddies that be coming over here ain't been in here. But this channel is not made for kids. And truth be told, my little buddies that come in here, they're some of the most mature people I've dealt with on here. And y'all, they like under the age of 16. They are under the age of 16. So I'm going to tell you guys again, don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stressed people who are stressed about things going on in their home, in their community, in their family, don't let those people stress you out. And don't go into the misery lounge. Sometimes we don't know, y'all, till we get in there how bad it is. When you find out how bad it is, get your grip and go. Get your grip and go. And hopefully they will know that they don't have no chains and leashes and shit on you. Only dogs bark when a leash is pulled. When their leashes are pulled, that's what dogs do, they bark. So go walk your dog if you want to be able to yank a chain and command and control what he does. Walk your dog. Hell, you can even walk cats these days. They got the little body armor, the little body things that the cats can get in. If you want to be able to pull a leash and say bark once, bark twice, bark 3 times, you need to own a pet. You cannot own grown people that way. Hell, and sometimes even if you think somebody's talking about you, hell, let them talk. You like it. You like it. Because a lot of times people done said some shit and I ain't said shit. But however I choose to address it, however I choose to fight back, however I choose to express myself, I don't look for anybody to not be disappointed because I don't seek anybody's approval. I seek God's approval and I seek the approval of YouTube. Because monetized or not, I like coming on the platform when I come on the platform. Stefan says, I am too nice to disappoint you. Stefan, you are. Stefan, you are too nice and you are so supportive. Okay? And it's just like Jill. Jill knows me. Jill might not know me like my family right here. If my family know me, my bloodline knows me. But as far as YouTube, Jill knows me. I don't F with nobody. So that's what I'm going to end this live with. I'm going to end with the same thing I always say. Peace, positivity, and prosperity. Because as we can see, without peace, you get pure, sheer chaos. And when there's one common denominator within the chaos, everybody else from the outside, pay attention to the common denominator. When there's one common denominator in your area, pay attention to the common denominator. And stop being disappointed by grown people. Because nobody is on here to seek your approval or your appointment. Nobody will disappoint me on here. I don't know anybody like that on here to be disappointed. Hell, if I see something pop out that I didn't expect, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm going to be shocked. That's it. That's all. I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be surprised. And I will probably be dismayed. But I'm not going to be disappointed. Grown people shouldn't seek my appointment or my approval. So please don't seek appointment or approval. Don't let the things I do disappoint you. Because my actions shouldn't be measured by anybody's barometer or thermometer. My actions are reactions to equal and opposite actions. Remember that one? Actions draw equal and opposite, sometimes not so opposite, sometimes not so equal reactions. My reactions are just that, reactions to actions. So if one shouldn't do something, the other one shouldn't have done something. And again, on that note, it's peace, positivity, and prosperity. Come over here if you like it, but you come over here, don't come over here with no shit. Don't come over here with no mess. Don't come over here with no drama. And don't come over here seeking satisfaction or offering approval, because you get disappointed. You get disappointed. You get disappointed. Why let someone disappoint you that you don't know? And all that shit about if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. How can that be when someone shows you who? Let's break that down. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You know who that applies to? That applies to people that you know. Somebody you don't know, they ain't showing you shit. They showing you surface. They showing you superficial. So yeah, when someone shows you who they are, hell, man, yeah, believe them. Believe them, because that's all you know is to believe them. Maybe you've been watching them be a certain way, but you cannot tell somebody how to react and respond to actions and reactions that are thrown at them. You can't. Right, Stefan. I'm about to be 40. Like grown ass. Like some of them can't even control their kids. If they told their kids right now, don't get on social media, their kids would be on social media, they wouldn't open their mouth and say a damn word. But then want to tell another grown person who was birthed by somebody else, created by God, and birthed by somebody else, what they should and shouldn't do, or should and shouldn't say. The hell you preach. Look at the legs move, y'all. And I'm going to keep saying, look at them move. As long as God allows them to move, and as long as he allows me to say, look at the legs move. Been saying it for years. And something or somebody that's nothing to me will never control that. Ever. Only God controls that. I control that. YouTube controls that. So, again, I'm going to say, this is a message to be disseminated throughout the universe. I go where I want. I say what I want. I do what I want. Because I'm a grown-ass motherfucker. And if I say something, do something, or move in a way you don't like, then what is the best thing that another grown motherfucker can do? Is to stay the fuck away from me. Because I've been trying to stay the fuck away from them. And I would definitely stay the fuck away from them. But if you ain't seen me in a chat in 5 months and I jump into today, that's my motherfucking business. You don't know if I watch from the bushes. I often say I don't get into chats anymore. I used to a couple of years ago, but too much stuff jumps off and too much misunderstanding comes about. So when I do get in a chat now, I get in the chat and I speak. And that's pretty much about it. Do I say I don't like when certain people come into my chat? Hell fucking yeah, I said it. Why did I say it? Not because I dislike that person. I honestly and truly like the people that come into my chat that drop by from time to time. But if they are going through some stuff, then no, I don't. Because people tend to get your name and use your name when your name doesn't even have to be mentioned. When your name doesn't even have to be mentioned. Sharonda says, I'm about to be 41 in December. Sagittarius. You Sagittarius or you Scorpio? Wait a minute. No, Sagittarius is what, November, like 21st through December, and then the end of December is Capricorn. Life, Jill says life is too short to be worrying about BS. I'm gonna act as if I didn't hear my name in this mess because I didn't have time, none at all. Jill, act like you didn't hear, because it was like it was the undertones. It wasn't just you. It was an attempt to make it be a block of people. And Jill, you know pretty much who I rock with. You know pretty much who comes over here. My chat's not going to be full. Guess why? Because the people that I know, they fucking work. They work. And when they at work, they ain't on damn YouTube. Okay? And a lot of them work the 3 to 11 shift. A lot of them work the 4 to 12 shift. Some of them work the 7 to 3, the 8 to 4. Some of them work overnight. And some of them have a life. It's football season. You know, you got high schoolers and playing football. You got girls on the cheerleader squad. You got people doing all types of things throughout the year. Some people in the summertime, they're on vacation. They're not sitting here worrying about YouTube every day. I come on YouTube every day because it helps me to walk even more. It helps me when I'm striving to go over those 10,000 steps. It helps me to go live and connect to the people that I know, I really know, or the ones that I really want to get to know. Sometimes you make a mistake and you open your door. When that doorbell is wrong, you open the door and you be like, damn, I should have left that shit closed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do that. You be like, damn, I should have left that shit closed. But the only thing you can do about that is close it. So get your foot out of the door. Get your foot out of the door. Put on dry panties. Get your foot out of the door. And leave people alone that don't want to deal with you. The same way I leave people alone who don't want to deal with me. Y'all, it's raining, and y'all know I love the rain. It feels so good. And if they watching, if they have a problem with anyone, they will know about it. Okay, Jill, they don't know. They just don't know. And I know if you had a problem with me, I would have known about it. Because we can be about it. We know about it. Me and Jill got a good relationship. Okay? even if she doesn't agree with me. And then the thing about me and Jill is because Jill can be boisterous, and Jill knows that I can get like that. But a lot of times when you're boisterous, guess what? If a person doesn't know you, they feel like you're trying to go off. They feel like you're angry and you're mad. And you might be angry and mad, but not at them, at the situation that you're talking about. See, only a person who really knows you and who's really dealt with you for a few years on this app would know that. Somebody who's dealt with you a few months, when you see that y'all ain't clicking, just get the fuck off the phone. God damn. It's like, go to the next live, go to the next channel, unsubscribe, hit the do not recommend. If it's that bothersome to you, it's a lot of people that I don't click with, and I still haven't unsubscribed from them. I still hadn't hit the do not recommend because sometimes they still talk about stuff that's engaging, stuff that I want to talk about, but we don't really click. They talk about things that are engaging, things that I want to talk about, but we don't really click. And if they did say something that truly made me want to drop into the live, I would do so respectfully. I would do so respectfully. I have a show to get ready for. Okay, Jill, I don't argue with anyone just because I am your friend or cool with you. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Exactly, and that's what I meant. Jill is going to tell you if you're right, if she feels like you're right, she's going to let you know if she feels like you're wrong. And Jill is one of those people who, if she tells me or says, I don't think it's like that. Jill know me. I'm a fucking Leo. I'm stubborn as hell. I'm be like, Jill, yes it is, yes it is. I feel this way. But I bet your sweet ass, when the conversation is done, I'm paying attention to what she said. I'm paying attention to what she said. Hey, Latanya. Latanya said, hey, Lions Pride mods and chat. I finally caught it live. Hey, Latanya, girl, I've been on here almost 2 hours. Look at you. Jill says, yes, you are stubborn as hell. Jill, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to know your flaws. I know I'm stubborn as fuck. That's why I'm like, if I don't really click with somebody, I ain't got no problems with them unless they got a problem with me. And when it's obvious you still have a problem with me, then we got a problem. I don't want no problems, but you got a problem, then it's a problem. Like 50 said, you ain't got no problem, but if you want a problem, it's a problem. And then even then, it's only going to be a problem for so long. Because what did our parents tell us? People keep arguing for so long, then you can't tell who the fool is. But what I can tell you is whatever I say to anybody, I will say it. If you say it once, you better be able to say it twice. Now, somebody can twist shit and make a lie and all that stuff. And when they do that, I don't even argue with a lie. I'll sit there and won't even address the lie that they tell them. I won't even address the lie because I know it's a lie. And if they're talking and they're in that, you can tell when a person is really upset and they're telling the truth. And you can tell when a person is lying because they're grasping their straws and they feel backed in a corner. Or they're just angry and they're trying to vent. So if you argue too long with somebody, strangers will walk up and wonder who's the fool. So what I won't tolerate is when motherfuckers be lying. Cause I don't lie on nobody. I don't mess with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. If I just don't want to be around you or dealing with you no more. And that's the thing. When you don't want to deal with somebody, then they get mad and want to talk about the conversations you had. But at the end of the day, I want everybody to know, if you ever have a conversation with me, see, you see today that shit'll come all out on the thing. But if you have a conversation with me, it ain't going to come out unless you bring it out. You could be mad as hell at me. I could be mad as hell at you. It ain't going to come out unless you bring it out. Hell, I might throw a subliminal on the post or a laughing emoji or some shit like that. But what you said to me is not going to come out unless you bring it out, unless you come out here lying and twisting and manipulating words, trying to keep people in your corner, trying to justify the lies that you're telling and trying to stand on an argument. If you don't like me, people I don't like, I don't address. I don't address them subliminally. It's been people who I address with subliminal. Guess what? It's because I don't hate them. Hell, they still being petty. I'm just still being petty. It is what it is. Like I said, sometimes you can end up being petty and you can end up laughing yourself up out of a fucked up situation if you've grown about it. I was in the line with somebody a few years ago. He and I, we were throwing subliminals like a motherfucker, y'all. I'm talking about we was just throwing subliminals. Then the shit started to be funny because we was cracking. We wasn't being nasty, but we was cracking on each other. The shit got so funny till we went on and said fucking and started addressing each other. Hell, left the damn live and still kicking today. Still kicking it today. Oh my God, all the years I have been watching you, I have never heard you curse. Annie, What did you what did you just Annie? And people just don't know that's lightweight. That's lightweight. The cussing I did today, that's lightweight. Because my thing is, when you on these damn panels, sometimes the volume and all this kind of shit, you cussing and arguing, they ain't hearing you. A lot of times the squeaky wheel needs the oil is what they hear. They ain't hearing you. But then sometimes, this shit be on your mind. So you come to your own channel, you have it open, and you address some shit. You address some shit. Because sometimes, like I was saying earlier, and Local told me this shit, and whoever rock with Local do, whoever don't, I do. When you a certain way and you ain't having no issues, mofos will start coming out the woodwork. Or you'll get that one mofo who just want to be so mad at you because you cut them off. Because you cut them off. They'll even lie and say they cut you off. And all you do is you laugh at that shit because it should be hilarious. And I don't curse like that. But when you start pissing me off, I'll start to cursing. But I'm still not coming out of that bag that I know I can come out of. Because what is this? This is social media. We're we're on phones. We're on tablets and all that stuff. So why get your blood pressure up like that? And you already got health issues. Why? And he's up here calling on the Lord and like the Lord don't like mess. The Lord don't like mess, and the Lord don't like to be played with. Because let me tell you what a lot of people do. They play with the Lord and they don't even understand that they're playing with the Lord, right? What do they say? You ask, right, for forgiveness, you will receive it. But you don't play with God. You don't say, oh, I'm going to cuss this bitch out today, and I know God going to forgive me because he said, come to me and I will forgive you. See, that's playing with the Lord. The Lord is not a toy. The Lord is not a toy. The Lord is not a toy. If you say you're going to go and hurt somebody and harm somebody, and your next word, see, that's called premeditation. Even the law don't play about that. And then you go and do it, and then you call on the Lord, talking about the Lord. Hell, he's still working on all of us. The Lord's still working on all of us. I don't be cursing on here like that. I might say ass or shit or something like that every now and again, because I be having a lot of young people watching me. Since everybody's so concerned about my numbers, I'm getting those numbers switched over to another direction too. So just since people like to watch numbers, when you see these numbers start to fall, best believe they've had contact with me and they know where to go. Okay. And then you got somebody want to come out here and then talk about motherfuckers didn't know me. That's when you know not to expose so much of yourself. When you start to hearing shit, you be like, well, damn. All right. So I know to move like this. So if anybody hears something that I said, hit that email and ask me. Because what I always say, if you said it once, if you're a grown woman, you should be able to say it twice. If you did it once, you should be able to do it twice. Who the heck took you out of your character? And it wasn't, they don't even know it wasn't even really out for real. But see, a lot of times people have all this bravado and they're so boisterous, and they claim they ain't feeling you, but they keep feeling you. See, I don't fuck with people, and I don't fuck with people. Period, point blank. I don't F with people, and I don't F with people. People I do F with, they know. Every time I come into a chat, all I do is speak to people, right? I speak. Because it's so much mess and drama that goes on. I'll speak, and I try to catch everybody's name who says hello. Sometimes I put the phone down. People get mad at you because you don't speak to them. Hell, sometimes you put the phone down to go prepare your damn dinner. You see a person go live, you go in, you speak to the whole chat. Once you say the content creator, the mods in the chat, you've spoken to everybody. So if everybody starts to speak to you, you've already spoken to them. When you said chat, they are a part of the chat. They're a part of the chat. But people will get mad because they see that you spoke to one or two others and didn't speak to them. Maybe I went and took a pee. Maybe I went to prepare my food. And best believe, I do not be on here 25/8. At night, we should be getting our sleep, getting our cucumber, or watching damn Netflix and giving this a break. We should be getting our sleep, getting our cucumber, or watching Netflix. So that being said, yeah, when I get up and I see my notifications, when I get up around 6:30, you see the same old, same old, same old. So that taught me to just speak. Do I like the entertainment that goes on in the chat? Yes, because there are people that I like in the chat, but I still speak to them. Sometimes I'll scroll back up and I've seen that they spoke to me, and then I'll try to catch everybody who spoke to me. But a lot of times an adult will realize if you say chat that you're talking to everybody. You're talking to everybody. You're talking to everybody. Jill, it really was lightweight. It was lightweight because see, I'm telling you, people don't know you, but they see that you talk about positivity. They see that you try to be motivational, and they feel like you can't get rubbed the wrong way. When you get rubbed, I don't care how positive you are, you're not perfect. So when you get rubbed the wrong way, you respond just like any other human will respond. Sometimes your response isn't well tolerated. Your response isn't liked. So for, again, anybody who's disappointed in anything I said or did, check the other side. Check the other side. Look at the behavior in the past few weeks. Check the other side. Don't be trying to check me, because it's not my job to seek approval. I don't let adults disappoint me. The only somebody who can disappoint somebody should be somebody who raised you or somebody you raised. Can you be saddened? Yes. Can you be upset by something? Yes. Can you hate that something happened? Yes. But to be disappointed by an adult, why? 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 Every action draws an opposite, but not so equal reaction. Never think that somebody doesn't have a certain thing in them, especially when they don't F with nobody. Never think. And see, I'm not fitting to be reading no damn books and paragraphs and stuff like that, because again, my chat been open for 2 hours. And it's like Jill said, once you address it one time, it ain't really no need to keep addressing it again. Because if it comes a need to address it again, what does that mean? That means that person still hadn't gotten over that bridge. They still haven't gotten over that bridge. That means they still haven't gotten over that bridge. So when you guys encounter people, and this is just a nugget for everybody, no matter what situations, no matter how large, how small, when you encounter somebody, why do you find it so hard to get over them, to get past them? Again, when you argue with your spouse, your husband, your wife, sometimes your kids, your parents, and you won't speak to them for days or weeks, and you're in the same house. But you come on an app and you act like you just got to address that person. You just got to say something to that somebody. See, that happens when you're feeling a little touched. That happens when you're feeling a little touched. And you shouldn't be feeling that touched. And all I'm going to say again is my chat has been open. So I'm going to go where the I want to go, when I want to go. I don't care if you hadn't seen me in that chat in 50 years. Ain't you where the fuck you want to be? This shit is fucking wild. It's amazing. It's crazy. And the more I think about it, I start to get pissed about it. But again, I ain't even near where I was today. And where I was today ain't where it could be. Where I was today ain't where it could be. At all. At all. People be out here over apps, meeting up and doing stuff. And I truly understand why. Because hell, ain't nobody got time to be arguing with nobody back and forth. If you hate somebody or you that mad at somebody, you should be willing to travel or catch a flight. Whoever the maddest should be willing to do that. Because you that mad, that's what you should be willing to do. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Because it ain't that serious. If you ain't willing to do that, shut the fuck up. Why get your blood pressure up? Work on those blood pressure numbers. Get the blood pressure numbers down. Okay? Get the blood pressure numbers down as much as possible. Okay? Worry about the health. Get the cholesterol numbers in check. 40s and 50s. Get those, work on those are the numbers. Instead of worrying about people's subscriber count and watch hours and shit like that, worry about that HDL, that good cholesterol. Worry about that LDL, that bad cholesterol. Worry about those triglycerides. Worry about that blood pressure number, that systolic on top and that diastolic on the bottom. Worry about that pulse rate. Because you sitting there going through all that with all that bravado and can't lay pause on nothing. Worry about the numbers. Worry about the numbers that truly affect your life. Your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your heart rate, your temperature. Your ass over here overheating and even water can't cool you off. The fuck? Again, chat been open for 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes. I don't want to hear no shit about me, period. Because I don't talk about nobody. And again, anything I have said in the conversation, probably maybe all of 5 conversations. Yep, I said it and I'll say it again. And to 2 specifics that I talked about, 2 of them specifically, I can't stand them hoes. See, I said it. That's a lightweight bag. I know what a heavy bag is. My bag gets heavier, way heavier than that. So people ain't telling nothing when they say that. And when they see that wasn't effective, they go somewhere else. Something that's innocent. Something that was a general conversation. See, that's child shit. That's child shit, and that's childlike, and that's childish. Because I'm going to tell you, anything I say, anything I've said, I say it once, I'll say it twice. And pay close attention who been in bullshit. I don't be in bullshit. I don't be in bullshit. Pay attention who be in bullshit. Whether it's been the past week, the past month, or the past year. I don't be in bullshit. I've had some little issues, like I said. Me and Nicole had a spat. But I'm going to tell you something about Nicole. If you've ever had any type of YouTube shit with Nicole, a lot of the shit Nicole has been through, a lot of times you be wanting to snap and go back off, and you pull back. Not because you think she's scared, not because you scared, but sometimes when people have shared shit on this app with us, we should be willing to know when to pull back. And sometimes we just go ahead and let them get their shit off, because a lot of times people be too scared to address the people they really want to address, right? But at the same time, I'm like, well, hell no, don't get this shit twisted, because it ain't sweet over here. It's positive over here, but it ain't sweet over here. It's sour in this motherfucker. So I'm going to holler at y'all on that next chat, that next Let's Walk and Talk Live, and we're going to keep it positive. See, you got to come out of a bag sometimes. And when you come out of that bag, you know what? You come out of that bag, you fold it up. It's like a brown paper bag. You fold it up. It's got those hard creases in it. It'll go right back into place. You fold it up. You fold it over, and you put it up until you need to come out of it again. But see, that's the type of bag I don't like to come out on here. And I really kept it light. Because it ain't no need to be on the goddamn panel hollering. And you can't be heard. You don't know if you're being heard. And people don't have no sense to shut the fuck up if they done talked for 2 or 3 hours. It ain't no need to do that. Latanya says, yeah, that's why I've been trying my damnedest to just be cool on here. If I can't touch you, exactly. It ain't even worth. If I can't touch you, it ain't even worth it. And people get surprised because they say you say you like to fight. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Shit, if you gonna argue and get your blood pressure up, you ain't doing nothing but doing damage to your body. Shit, you go and go and get a good fight in, man. You done got to work out. You see what I'm saying? You get a good fight in, you done got to work out. And so since most of the people on here ain't finna do nothing, ain't finna come your way, because I feel like if you mad, then you need to come my way. If you mad, you need to come my way. Because when I got mad, guess what I did? I left you alone. Boy, and see, I don't care about no words. People say, oh, I left him alone. Man, bye. Okay. See, that kind of stuff, like I say, when I hear lies, certain lies I hear, if them lies ain't about nothing, I don't even address those lies. Like, I don't address the trivial lies. Because they're just trivial. If you start to address trivial lies or small lies, then they blow up. And you keep addressing those trivial. They ain't small, but they're trivial. They don't mean shit to you. You start addressing those lies, then everything just gets all discombobulated. It gets all discombobulated. So I don't address trivial lies. I don't address lies created to try to stand on a point. I don't address lies created to try to, for when a person create lies to try to make themselves look good or look innocent when they totally showing their ass looking like a hot mess. So if I come out a bag, best believe that one today was light. But I refuse to come the way I can come because this is a fucking app. We're yelling and spitting and screaming at the phone. And that's what some people want you to do. They see that you don't have that shit going on your channel. So they be like, I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. Just go on. Goddamn. Just go on. And I'm going to say it again. My chat been open. I'm fixing to get out of here. It's 2:15. Jill about to do her thing. Y'all please check out Jill's comfort zone. Thank you, Jill, for becoming a member. Thank you, Stefan, for becoming a member. This shit ain't about no money and monetization and fake ass watch hours and fake ass bots and people, bought people. They catch up with that shit eventually. My shit ain't about that. So whatever I do from now on, but since it's about health and fitness, it'll be in the membership a lot of the times. If I decide to keep it. So sometimes you just have to turn the button on just to show, just to make a point. I got a career. I work for my shit. Good night, Jill. Jill, I'm going to catch you. That's why I've been spending my time working on my upcoming event. I know you've been busy. And Jill, you stay busy. LaTanya says she be trying her damnedest. I know, Tanya, because I know, LaTanya, you will blow up. And see, nobody got time for that. You're trying to serve your family. You're trying to be around your family. And if your family is tight knit and as a lot of us say that they are, we want to be in this shit. But at the same time, don't expect nobody to just try to punk you out. And then all that shit about scary and a coward. Bitch, this is an app. An app. Only certain people want to yell and make a fool out of themselves. So like I said, y'all know me. Most of y'all know me and been dealing with me because you see me in chats. You don't see me effing with nobody. So when you think about things that happen, think long and hard. When you see who's been in what and who ain't been in what, think long, and you ain't got to think that hard. Okay? But, hey, whoever believes what they're going to believe, if it's something negative about me, believe it. Because I don't know you anyway. The ones who do truly know me know I don't mess with nobody. But don't fucking mess with me. Bothered people bother people. If you're not bothered, you're not going to bother anybody. And you're damn sure not going to keep bothering somebody that you don't know. And you're not going to try to control where they go, what they say, and what they do. Because that is something you cannot do. You'll waste so much of your time on that till it'll just be ridiculous. Look in the mirror and be mad at yourself. Look in the mirror and be mad at yourself. Good night, Stefan. Thank you, bro, for coming through. LaTanya says, yes, this is exhausting, but it's only so much a person can take. Exactly. It's only so much you can take. And then sometimes, LaTanya, it don't even have to be a lot. It could just be a certain word a person think they got the nerve or the audacity to say to you, and they really be trying to see, and my thing is, you ain't got to prove no strength on this app. This is a fucking app. You ain't got to prove no strength, but you do got to let a motherfucker know. You do got to let them know. And see, and I'm not going to keep getting on panels to let you know, but when you start talking all this shit, see, people get off their chest. You know the people who really love you, they be the maddest at you. All them other damn fights they have, they be the maddest at you. Because you threw a heart in the chat. In a chat that's open to everybody. Goddamn moderators ain't mad or questioning who's in the chat. But see, when people are on the hot seat, that motherfucker get to turning. And they mind get to turn. So again, if you were disappointed by me, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a grown-ass woman. You're a grown-ass woman or a grown-ass man. Nobody should have the ability to disappoint you besides your parents, your children, your family, your pastor. If it ain't them, then nobody should have that ability to disappoint you. Be surprised? Yeah. Be a little shocked? Yeah. But when you don't know everything that's going on and you listen to one side, don't set yourself up for the disappointment. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. Jill says, right, we work around these parts. Exactly, we work. We watch the mess, but not in the mess. Yeah, that's why I go in and I say hello. I'm like, hey, I speak to Latanya, I speak to some people, and then it's like, oh, but they don't want you sharing. You damn right. I don't want certain people sharing me out. You got certain content creators who will say, I'm not gonna share them out because they don't be having all that stuff and I ain't trying to draw them. So what's wrong with that? You think you can control that? You think you're in charge of that? Because a person says that they don't want to be shared in a certain place? You should respectfully honor that. If you're grown, everybody want to talk about grown. You should respectfully honor that. If I went to work, all right, and I gave everybody $5 a day. Each day I walked into work, I put $5 down on the desk. Here's your five, here's your five, here's your five. Tuesday, here's your five, here's your five, here's your five. Wednesday, if somebody says, please don't give me $5, I don't give a damn what their reasoning is. If they say, don't give me $5, why the hell am I going to put $5 on the desk? They said, don't give them $5. Do they not have the right to refuse the $5? Do I not have a right to say I don't want to be shared? What the hell? And even some content creators will tell you they don't share certain people out because they don't have that kind of stuff on their channel. Because if they share you out, they know what algorithm they're in. But it's like, it's real funny. Some people don't understand that until they start trying to do their own thing. And then they still holding anger against you. But now they're starting to understand, but they still got anger towards you. So what I say to anybody from right now, if you're disappointed in me, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not the barometer by which you should be measuring your disappointment, okay? Because I'm not trying to be seeking approval from anybody besides God and my family. You can't tell people what to say. You can't tell people how to respond. But you can tell the people that you truly rock with some words of encouragement. You can tell them how to not be messy. And you can definitely tell them not to damn lie. Right, Jill, we be working. Shit, girl, I'm not going live. It's bedtime. Jill, wait. Jill, what time is it? Because I've been on here a long time. Latanya says, right. Latanya, if you're disappointed in me, I'm sorry. But sis, sometimes you got to let a motherfucker know. Your children at the house, okay? And if you don't like a certain way that I talk to you at a certain time, don't be up here lying now saying you checked it, because you didn't. You should have checked it when it happened. And honestly, you shouldn't have checked it when it happened, because if I was talking to you at a certain time, telling you some things that you shouldn't do, it was to help you. I don't be out here in these YouTube streets encouraging people to do shit that's not conducive to their growth. I don't be out here telling people to do shit that's not conducive to their growth. You damn right I'm going to say, if I'm thinking I'm having any kind of sensibility towards you or care about you, I'm going to be like, look, don't do that. Don't do that. You ain't got to listen to me. You're a grown man or woman. That's why I barely shut people out, because I know I have weird stalkers, and I don't want them to exactly, Latanya, exactly, to catch a stray because of me. Exactly. And when a person, see, you understand, but and at the same time that you understand and you don't do it, if a person asks that it don't be done, then that lets me know that you wouldn't have a problem with it. And just because I be in certain chats still don't mean I want them to share me out. How the hell does that mean I think I'm better than them? No, I don't want the drama, because at any given time you can get into some drama. You know what I'm saying? That shit can happen at any given time. You can get into drama at any given time. But you try to combat that as much as possible. You try to combat that as much as possible by running your channel with your name on it, your platform that YouTube has allowed you. You run it a certain way. Thank you, Stefan. Latanya says, no, boo, not disappointed. Was just confused because I didn't know what was going on. Okay, I got you. It was just stuff. See, you didn't see me talk about what happened on the phone or behind the scenes until somebody else said it. And then and a whole lot of other behind the scenes shit popped off. And it's been some other behind the scenes. So that's why I say, anybody disappointed in me, pump your brakes and be disappointed and look at the common denominator. I don't care how nice a person be. Just like some people say, no matter how positive a person can be, they can still be an ass. Okay? I can still be an ass if I want to be. So no matter how sweet and how welcoming a person can be, you don't know what they be doing outside of those chats. See, when we're in chats, those are fronts for a lot of people. Those are fronts. And those fronts are there for a reason, so that people can believe that they are that way. I often say, I try to be positive. I want my channels to be positive. I don't like being shared out by some people, but it's not that I dislike them. I just don't want to be in certain algorithms. It's enough that I go into certain chats. I got to deal with that. That's my business. So if I say, please don't share me out respectfully, why somebody else lingering on to that? Why they worried about that the way I want to be done? Why they worried because I don't like a lot of emojis? Why they worried because I do shout outs. I do my shit the way I want to do it. Why they got to be worried about, I don't want to be shot because I think I'm too, if I thought I was too good, I wouldn't load my damn post, my community wall from time to time down with people just saying, check these people out. I don't deal with people who cross me, whether it's a little bit of crossing or a lot of crossing. I don't deal with them, and I'm not going to deal with them the way I choose not to deal with them. You ain't got to be damn. I don't have to seek your approval with the way I deal with my moderator. I don't have to seek your approval with the way I deal with somebody who comes into my chat looking for some damn assistance. I don't answer to you. And if you don't like the way I did it, guess what? You just don't like the way I did it. Just like you don't like folks trying to tell you what to do. When people trying to tell you something to help you and not harm you, you take it as they're trying to tell you and be your mama. No, they're trying to tell you, if you say you on this type of path and you on this type of time, they tell you to leave that shit alone. And when they respectfully say, well, just leave, just don't deal with me right now. What the fuck? It's just like a breakup. It's over now. Be strong. That's it. That's all. Shit, I don't fuck with nobody. So if anybody is disappointed, guess what? You should not be seeking to be okay with anybody unless it's your children, your family, or your parents. I shouldn't be able to disappoint you because I'm human and people respond the way they respond. Every action draws an opposite, sometimes equal, sometimes not so equal reaction. And people who try to keep it cute and try to keep it nice and try to keep it sweet, those people, sometimes you'll have somebody come along and they'll think, oh, I can handle them this way. It ain't sweet with me like that. I try to keep it positive because that's where I want to be, but it ain't sweet with me like that. And I may handle one person one way and another person another way. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to stay on nobody. I have broken ties with a person and they refuse to break ties. Mickey says, Lines Pride, you did nothing wrong. The devil is working overtime on this app. It really is, Miss Mickey. Annie says, I am confused what is happening, but you know, Annie, I know, Annie, you know, I know you would understand, Annie. I got you, Annie. I know you would understand. Okay, Latanya, I'm gonna be on here for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna be done. I'll probably still be here when you get back. But I'm really not trying to be, I don't want to be mad about it, but what I don't want is nobody to be disappointed. Don't ever be disappointed in another grown person. Because for one, when something has happened between two people and you weren't there and you weren't privy to it, then of course you're going to side with who you may be closer to. But in doing that, like Jill said, Jill is going to tell me when I'm wrong. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And Jill told y'all I'm stubborn as hell. But at the end, even if it take me the next day, I'll be like, okay, Jill, I was listening to what you said. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like that. I was listening to what you said. Yeah, I probably did do this, or I probably shouldn't have did this, or it probably was this way or that way. But she ain't trying to be my mama. And then it's funny, people out here talking about you trying to be their mama. But in actuality, they talking about they don't like how you did somebody. Who are you to them? You screwing them? Take up for yourself. You couldn't take up for yourself at one point, but you taking up, girl, shit. See, that's what I'm saying. Pay attention to the things that you do before you do it on this app. Think hard about the things that you do. And so a lot of stuff was going on for a couple of months, and I'm like, not saying nothing, or I'm just being petty. You know what I'm saying? I'm being petty. Because sometimes that's how you come up out of the bull crap. You be petty, you be silly, And you try not to let it affect you by laughing at it. And a lot of times when you laugh at something, you make somebody else madder, as we can see. When you laugh at something, sometimes you make somebody mad as hell. And then when you try to go somewhere and you try to respect another content creator's chat, them thumbs, but when I tell you them thumbs faster than, I'm like, take the typing test and go get that goddamn job at the White House. Because I'm like, just typing about some shit that just don't even fucking matter. It don't even matter. Because once a person says, we're done, just be done. We're over. We're over. Look at the legs move, y'all. Look at the legs move. That shit was hilarious as hell right there. I ain't gonna even lie. I gotta laugh because then it explains a lot. Last I checked, baseball legs, them motherfuckers like baseball legs. And hot in the ass never, because my man ain't. Yeah, he free. I say that. Okay. Okay. Leave me alone. If you feel like I'm bothering you, trust me, I'm not. Because there's some people I'll be petty with. You know what I'm saying? If they being petty and they bothering me, I'll be a little petty and bother them, as long as that's where it goes. But when I see that it's some mental health issues going on, it's a lying tongue that wiggles and waggles. Nah. And so anybody else who lays witness to anything, if you sit down and put one and one together and get two, notice the things that have been going on. And there's some other stuff that been going on I damn sure ain't been a part of. I damn sure ain't been a part of. But I bet you know who has. I bet you know someone who has. It's some other shit that I damn sure ain't been a part of, because I don't be in it. Not like that. That was some knuckle-buckle stuff. I don't know what happened. I don't know who started it or who's in the wrong. But something went on and I had no parts in it. So before trying to feel so much empathy and sympathy for someone, pay attention to the format. Pay attention to the scheme. Pay attention to what has gone on, short term and long term. Annie, you laughing at me? What time you laughing? So it's some other stuff I ain't been privy to, because I don't be no parts like that. I don't be like that. I decided to trust a couple of people and say, okay, I won't be so standoffish, because I only deal with 3 people for real on here. Everybody else, I'm cordial with them because I like them. I like LaTanya. But even LaTanya sit here and says she understands. She don't share some people out because it ain't because they think they too good. Some people just ain't trying to be in that stuff. And then using people's name. Didn't even see the wrong in using somebody's name. Like, quit using people's name to try to stand on a platform. Don't do that. A person got every right to ask you, when you don't use my name, you can address whoever you want to address without using my name. Period. What's wrong with that? But you got to think you better than somebody because you don't want to be shared out. I mean, some people still slow to this YouTube game. Ain't nothing wrong with people wanting to go in a different direction or a different area. They can still be in the chat saying hello like I do. Hell, if I wanted to, I can engage more. But as far as my channel goes, there's certain ways. That's just like a cooking channel. Why would a cooking channel have a damn sewing channel come and take over? You know, just because you're okay. I want to be more positive. I want people to be able to come in here and be able to get along, even if they don't get along elsewhere. I've always said that if you see somebody in this chat, Annie said, not the dogs again. I know, Annie, they be tripping. If you see somebody, I've always said this, and some of y'all will probably remember. Annie might remember. I've always said, if you come into my chat and you see somebody that you don't get along with in my chat, if you see someone who has been somewhere else and y'all don't get along, don't say anything to each other in my chat. Because I don't want y'all going back and forth in the chat. Because I'm not trying to have that type of channel. Now tell me what the hell is wrong with somebody saying that and then going and being wherever they want to be. I can say that and I can go be in whatever sector, whatever channel I want to be, but still stand on Don't y'all come over here and argue. What's wrong with wanting to be the channel that if you come here, I want you to be able to coexist in the chat? And coexist doesn't mean engaging with each other. Coexist means being able to be in the chat and engaging with those who engage with you. I've always said that if you don't get along with somebody, don't come over here addressing them. And if you in a lot of stuff, I can't be modding you up because people follow people. That's just the way people are. That's just the way people are. And it says absolutely nothing. Right. And what's wrong with that? Like, I'm telling you how I run my platform. Again, Google allows YouTube to allow us a platform. We each choose how we use it. Now, I don't care who go and writes a damn book. It is what I said. It is what it is. And that's the damn truth. Google allows YouTube to allow us a platform. We each do our platforms the way that we choose. And as long as we get along with the content creators and the moderators haven't blocked us, we go into whatever chat we choose to go into, whatever, and it doesn't matter what the hell kind of conversation going on. As long as you're welcome in that chat, you go. This is amazing as hell to me that a simple subscriber think they can tell somebody where the fuck to go in the chat. See, that's that stuff that really has started to piss me off. And that's when I went on to drop down because I was about to come out of that bag and see, just like people saying they ain't scared. Well, ain't nobody scared of all that bravado either. Ain't nobody scared of all that bravado and all that huffing and puffing and can't nobody even understand what's being said half the time. Ain't nobody scared of that. Go get some damn Cheerios. Cheerios is said to help with cholesterol numbers. That smart balance that I use a lot of times in my shorts, y'all, they say if you have healthy cholesterol numbers, hopefully that's the type of cooking oil you can use to help with keep your numbers in check. And quit worrying about other people's subscriber count. Please quit worrying about how many people's in somebody's chat when bots running freely around here. Quit worrying about that stuff. Worry about your health numbers. Worry about your blood glucose. Worry about your cholesterol. Worry about your blood pressure. Worry about your heart rate. Worry about your body temperature. Okay? Keep an equilibrium in your ecosystem. So, thank you, Annie, for hanging in there. I appreciate you. Thank you, LaTanya, for coming in. Miss Mickey. Of course, my moderator, Jill's Comfort Zone, and Stefan. Thank you guys for joining the membership. I appreciate you guys. And I might end the membership. Like I said, I just turned that on just to let people know. I ain't about no damn money. I got a career. I could have been turned that on. As long as YouTube was gonna allow it. I ain't finna sit up here and be counting how many people watch me at this time, how many people in the live at this time. And then, yeah, if I'm gonna complain to somebody fucking photocopying me, and then get criticized by a person that sits there and complain about the same thing. Man, bye. Man, bye. I'm done with that shit. My chat been open 2.5 hours. Nothing was said. I don't expect nothing to be said to me because I don't say nothing to them. I see you and I don't see you. Lions Pride, good night. Good night, Stefan. Good night, LaTanya. Good night, y'all. I appreciate you. Good night, Annie. Thank you for coming in. I like my chat like this. It ain't nothing wrong with a damn near empty chat. Because the emptier that some gun is, the less mess you got and the less fake people you get trotting over there to associate with you. LaTanya don't hardly come in here, but LaTanya do catch me live and come in here. So I ain't, some people be like, oh, they just want to come when it's messy. Some people want people to come when it's messy. I want you to come just because you want to come. Or you maybe want to hear what I said. Maybe something did pop off and you do want to hear what I had to say. Because sometimes the loudest squeaky wheel wants to be heard. And when you're on a panel, you don't really know who's being heard. And usually the loudest one, the maddest one, is the most guilty one. So I won't throw nobody nowhere, under nothing, over nothing. Look at what's been going on. Look at what's been going on. And please never be disappointed by me because it's not my job to seek approval. Okay, y'all? Don't any of you guys seek approval. Do what you need to do. Do what feels best for you. Do what feels right for you. And on that note, we're going to keep it positive over here. And if I want to be petty with whoever, I'm going to be petty with them. Why? Because they being petty with me. As long as we keep it petty, we keeping it cute. So it ain't nobody else's business to worry about how I handle nobody. Unless you bunking them. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Annie. Period, Annie. Period. Man, Loca said, when them motherfuckers come, they gonna start coming. But it either be that one annoying one or a few. It be that one annoying one that just can't just break the chain. And you just have to break it for them. You just have to get to a point where I ain't got to prove I ain't scared, because first of all, we on the app. Spitting on this phone, spitting on my tablet is not going to prove that I ain't scared. I ain't feeling you. I ain't into you. Do the same. Okay? Now come back over here, y'all, to the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lines Pride. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow, unless I get really busy. But I plan to do it tomorrow. Or I might be on the elliptical tomorrow. Okay? I might be on the elliptical tomorrow, or I might come on tomorrow evening. Is this the same? Annie, it's the same one. I'm the same Lions from years ago. But see, people want to test water. They be thinking it's sweet. And I'm like, you didn't even live up to the real test that you got. Live up to that other test. Don't be over here thinking it's sweet with me. Because though I'm not going to keep going back and forth, looking like you 18 or 19 when you're 39, 49, I'm not going to keep doing that. But I'm going to let you know to leave me alone. And if you don't leave me alone, that really shows everybody you got a problem. You have got a problem. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live, y'all. Y'all trying to see what's going on. Y'all see those police lights? Oh, let me get in the house, child. Let me get in the house. Because I feel good now. And if for anybody who ain't feeling good, look, go get you a cold glass of water. Don't get it real cold. Get you a cool glass of water. Put probably like 2 big ice cubes in it, and get it through the filter, or get you a bottle or whatever. Pour it in a cup. Put about 2 nice ice cubes in there. Get that chill, that good heavy chill on it. Drink about half of it and take the rest of it and pour it down all over you. Okay? Pour it all over you. Okay? You'll feel so good. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all.